battle well. It's go time!
And now it's time!
Let's go! There are no limits! I'd do it if I were you. Let's go!
It's all coming up ready!
Pleased to meet you!
Let's go! Insect!
Allow me to show you the truth.
Please!
You better not bore me!
Hit! Don't move!
Don't underestimate me.
Come on.
Your passion, you're on the road.
This is your ultimate.
Coming in, somebody, this could be the end. Oh my God!
Of my destiny. You can't escape. You order the full takedown. This has become tedious. Mere puppets.
Just to be the one, just to be the one, just to be the one. Fight your way to the top, it's just begun. You better fight your way to the top to be the one. You gotta give it everything that you got. You know you got some fire, let it burn through the night. Be the one. Fight your
If you stand in my way, I will kill you. No need for talk. Let's do this.
Round one. Fight.
Hey guys, welcome to the Capcom Pro Tour Online. This is the North American West Coast 2nd edition. We are going to bring you guys the top 8 in just a moment. My name is Sammy Fish, and with me I got
Pandora House's Crack Fiend. Thanks for having me here today.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, we've been watching through a little bit of the online tournament. It's been pretty good so far. We're gonna have a pretty good one, I think. So let me show you guys a bracket. Let me see what you guys got in store for this top 8 coming up to you. We're gonna start off with a humdinger. We got JB versus Brent is cool. JB now living in SoCal, also versus Brent is cool, longtime SoCal player. So that one's gonna be a pretty good one.
Yes, for the second match, we have Toy coming out of Dallas, Texas, going up against Chris Tatarian out of Southern California.
Yeah, that rounds out the winner's side. On the losers, we got Nephew from the Midwest versus Alex Myers. Alex Myers actually right here where we're shooting this in Esports Arena, Oakland, just playing the tournament out there. So, I mean, if you guys are in there, go watch him. But on the bottom side, we got Chris CCH also versus Commander Jesse.
And that's going to be a youngin going against a veteran, so that'll be a very interesting match to see kind of the experience go against that youth.
Yeah, Chris CCH, one of the youngest players that we have in the Capcom Pro Tour that we've seen time and time again, but his guile is something to be feared. Super young, but super deadly, so I'm looking forward to see him play versus Commander Jesse, who is a guy who has been around for quite some time. We'll know how to play against that guy. So, looking forward to this one. We're going to bring up this first one coming up, JV versus Brent is cool.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting match. I think JB has become a recent, or at least moved back to Southern California, right? And that kid, his play, it's so methodical. His movement is very crisp, but going up against Mr. Brent.
Yeah, Brent is cool. He's been playing for quite some time down in SoCal. So both these guys go to Wednesday night fights quite a bit. So you're probably going to see a little bit more than Layer 1 in terms of how the mind games go, right? So these guys play a lot. You're going to see some pretty high-level stuff here coming out of this matchup. Probably Rashid versus Ken. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, obviously Rashid getting a little bit of nerfs, but still staying very strong in this version of the game. And also Ken pretty much staying where he was, but at the same time is a Shoto and can contest versus Rashid pretty well.
Yeah, and the great thing is going to be that initial step, since they've had a history of playing with each other, right? Like you said, it's not going to be just the first layer, but that first round is going to be very interesting because that first set of movement is going to give each of the players the reads that they want to start executing the strategy.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, when you guys really look at some of the things, the decision-making maybe at face value might not seem like it's all set in stone, but as we progress through this match, it's going to look like a pretty exciting set.
Yeah, and then with that transition, it'll be interesting to see how that transition is going to look as these two players play against each other. That transition will either rock back and forth or will go completely in somebody's favor.
Yeah, that's true. So it is really all about adaptation. Not even adaptation from round to round. It's going to be adaptation starting off from the get-go because these guys have an idea of how each other's play, and they're going to have to play off that already. I'm
super excited for this match right now. I really want to see who's going to come out on top early, and if we're going to see that back and forth.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I expect to see. They're both so seasoned. They both have really terrific movement, right? They're always going to play within these, what I like to call proximities, to be able to catch the read. And the read is off of spacing, not necessarily of what buttons that they see.
Exactly. So, I mean, really, it's going to be really interesting to see how Rashid is going to move around Ken, because Rashid having a little bit of different movement options, having a run instead of a dash, right, means he can sort of adjust the spacing on the fly. Makes him such a strong character, but actually we are not going to see the Rashid. I'm talking up the Rashid, but it looks like we got a Bison.
I did not know he played Bison.
I didn't know either.
So.
Oh, we're going to start off with Chris T versus
Toy.
Boy Toy. All right, sounds good.
Makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot more sense. But interesting enough to see that we got Chris T on the Ken, a guy who has been really playing Akuma quite a bit, as seeing him be the better Shoto.
Oh, misses that jump in right there. But Toy's not going to get really anything out of it. So going back to the neutral, really gauging each other's distance. What an anti-air.
There you go. And this is where Ken wants to be. This is where he opens up his mix-ups quite a bit. He's looking for that crush counter. There you go. Good button from Toy. Gets him out, gives him some room behind him.
Yeah, but he's still a little bit in the corner. Oh, he's pushing out. Oh, my goodness.
As soon as you thought he was going to get started, but he gets thrown out of the corner. Meaty setup, yes.
Yeah, this is a difficult game to get corner control. As soon as you get corner control, you start to see all these different positional switches.
Yeah, especially now in V-Trigger, you're going to see this guy move around quite a bit. Nice.
Like that.
Yeah, man, this character turns into a different beast in V-Trigger. We'll see what Christie's got to respond here.
Yeah, those invincibility frames on that dash, it takes you for a spin.
Nice. Oh, a little bit too far for Blast, but he dunks him afterwards and gets that room that he needs.
Oh, look at that.
Oof. Man, Toy is playing so well right now. He had to take a risk, something like that. We get a full jump and punish, too.
Wow, beautiful punish.
Not often do you see that, but Toy putting on the works right here. Healthy life lead.
Well, he's got to get out, and he does get out. Eats a little bit of damage for it.
He's got that V-Trigger. He can make that comeback, but we use Devil's Reverse. Get out of there.
Great spot to be in. Chris T doesn't have a full stick of butter. Therefore, he needs at least 2 more decisions to take this round.
There we go. Use EX Talk to. Gets in there. Ooh, he's going to need 1 more decision here. Oh, gets the back throw. Yes!
That was barely just enough.
Yeah, Chris T staying calm and had Toy with such a big life lead, really grinded out that comeback. Especially a character like Ken. Normally you see the comebacks all in one momentum, but he really took his time on that one.
Yeah, that big EX Fireball to catch Toy and then get him to the corner to start the sequence. Toy's going to chill out right now.
Nice backdash. So a really patient play from Toy here. Normally Bisons really want to sort of get aggressive and get in as soon as they can, but Toy's playing this comfortably, waiting for his moment.
Yeah, it's a matter of the respect for both players, right? They're respecting the fact that they already have a sense of the timing.
There you go, backdash. Yeah, a lot of backdashes from the both of them actually. Really looking for that perfect spacing here. Toy coming out, advantage, but we pop the V-Trigger. Nice confirm.
This is going to be the first time they get corner in this round. They have been in the mid-screen the whole time.
Yeah, and that's almost 3 bars on Chris T's side. This is going to be volatile to say the least.
Oh my goodness!
He went the wrong way, unfortunately. No bar to fully, get rid of him there, but going to use that V reversal. Probably means he's not going to get that V-Trigger 1.
I really like the fact that Toy didn't go after him. But Chris,
this is scary.
Pushing the pressure. He spends it.
Yeah, as soon as he spends it, man, breath of relief from Toy.
Yeah. But time is against Chris T's favor right now with only 14 seconds left on the clock.
Ooh. Ooh, what a neutral jump from Toy. Takes the first game here.
Beautiful defense, beautiful patience. He recognizes that the time is in his favor. All he has to do is wait for Chris to make the first move and then react.
Yeah, and I really like how Toy's playing this, right? This is unlike many Bison players that we see in the U.S. Really, really patient, looking for his moment. I mean, asking Chris T to come in, and on top of which, Bison doesn't really have that good of anti-air. So this is sort of a really, really methodical play here.
Absolutely. Just picking his spots. But now we're in game 2. Oh, he just picked him on the ground.
Ooh, crush counter. He's already starting off pretty strong here. Maybe just switching up the pace, and he's going to catch Chris T off guard, almost on stun.
Oh my god, so dangerous right now. But Chris has gone towards the corner. No!
Oh, full punish this time. He's got meter just to be sure. Yes, he does. Toy is going to take the next round. Man, just switching up the pace.
So dominant in that round. Just absolutely optimal with everything that he's doing.
Yeah, I really like his play so far. I mean, he got kind of lucky with that missed buffer, but, you know, it all works out in the end.
Well, Chris T really trying to push that pressure, but he's going to get punished instead.
Yeah, no meter though, so just trying to scissor out of there. Nice stuff. You see all the room that Toy has earned just by playing fantastic neutral here.
Those backdashes are giving Chris some trouble as well.
Yeah.
Oof. Another crush counter. Very great punish right there from Chris T, recognizing the -4 situation. So tense right now.
Yeah, almost asking for that throw, right? He wants this game to be around throws instead of it being around these shimmy mix-ups.
And that's a rather good strategy as well against Ken.
Yeah, because really once he establishes the mix-ups around the throw baits, it's going to be really difficult for him to sort of play that guessing game. But good conversion. Off the feature one, gets thrown out of the empty jump.
I tried to bait that EXTP, but didn't quite get it. Instead, he's going to get that punish.
What a response. Goes for the EX ball, trying to chase him down here. It's behind him, and Toy takes the second game.
What? The patience on this man. He's playing so patient. He's coming in, and it looks like he's trying to really push the pace. But he's really just trying to make you bite on the bait.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. I really liked after he got anti-aired, and then Christy smartly used the command run in order to get and cross up the situation, right? And try to bait a throw afterwards. Toy immediately knew what's up, jumped as well, and got itself a little bit more room in the corner. I think that sequence right there really shows that Toy has his number right now.
I wonder what kind of adjustment that Christy is going to need to make here, because right now, this is not looking too hot. And unless he makes something major in the metagame, it could be Toys in three games.
I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Christy really needs to up the pace here. He's sort of letting Toy dictate the engagements pretty consistently.
I agree with you here. I think there's going to be a couple more risks that he needs to take. Toy right now is practically reacting to everything Christy is doing. Like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, what a cross cut.
There you go. Good damage as well. Is going to be in feature one. This is going to be scary. A lot of damage here. One more mix-up for him is all that he needs. Nice block in the overhead.
There's going to be the activation.
Yes, looking for those teleports. Good check on it, too. Almost got it done here. A little bit too far for the overhead. He's keeping the pressure up here, trying to clean it up. And we back up afterwards. Fireballs. Tense situation. Almost out of V-Trigger 1. Uses that last bit of it right there. And then the walk back. You thought that was Christy's moment. He had so much momentum. Toy pulls it out. Is going to be on set point.
And that was the round that Christy needed.
Oh,
that aggression, like you mentioned, he upped it. It just didn't work out at the very end.
But this is CPTO. We are doing 3 out of 5 here for the top 8. So that means, Christy, you just need to take this game and then make adjustments as we go on. That's a good start with the crush counter.
There's some pressure here. In the corner, big medium punch.
Yeah,
Can he get the stun?
Just needs to clean this up round, or clean this round up. Almost got the stun. What's the mix up? Ooh, low forward run? It's not something I expected.
Every once in a while, you got to throw him a curveball, and that time he did.
Nice. Just goes for the meaty jump in, and that's going to be first round in a while for Christy, but this is where it starts.
And you know, those low shorts and low forward runs, are they safe? Hell no.
Definitely not.
but you got to throw them out. You have to throw them off rhythm. Force them to look for more options, and that opens up your offense.
Yeah, definitely Street Fighter V. That's something the rhythm is a real big part of how this game is played.
Toy being a little bit more aggressive. Chris T, beautiful jump. Unfortunately, that traded.
Yeah, it didn't work out, but it's better than being in pressure, right? So I like the idea.
See, Chris is starting to weave in and out of the range of where Toy wants to play.
Yeah, I do like him chucking a little bit more fireballs. That way you're going to ask Toy to change the engagements up, right? He can't just take chip all day.
I wonder if Chris T is going to try and be aggressive or more aggressive against those backdashes, because that's how Toy is getting out of all these pressure situations.
Yeah, had to spend bar on it. Toy struggling for meter a little bit. Chris T almost there on a full CA, so this could get volatile in an instant. Nice throw on the V reversal. Ooh, confirm? All right, Momochi, calm down there.
Big counter hit.
That V-trigger, though, on Toy's side. That's the comeback mechanic right there. Pop it. Let's go.
Where's all the aggression going? Is it going to be a throw game? No, just checks him with the jab.
And that resets the stun. That's going to put it all the way back. So important for Chris T to be able to clean this up, and he does with a CP. No meter unnecessary. Chris T takes the first one.
Disrespect. That was awesome. I love it. That's what he needed, though.
That's what he needed. He needed that emphasis at the end there to say it's not over yet. We can we can dance a little bit longer.
Now he's thrown several curveballs. This could be what he needs to start making that transition and playing more offensively.
Let's see here. I mean, this is Toy's got some time to adjust himself too, right? Being up 2-0 early on means he definitely has a lot of time to think about how he's going to close these games out.
Yeah, the dangerous part, though, is is he going to question his strategy, or is he going to stick to what he's doing right now? It looks like he's going to stick to it, though.
There you go. Chrissy switching the situation. Nice. Oh, man. He is making sure to keep the paces up one way or another, using those EXDPs. Now Toy in the corner. Good confirm as well.
Oh, great counter hit. Big combo. Those jump backs are working out really well. He's just getting those trades at the very end of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to hit clean, but it definitely means that Toy's not getting all the pace, right?
Yeah.
Engagements are definitely still in his favor there. The check on the run-up, confirm into V-trigger 1, almost finishes it off. Oh,
what a block! What a block. One too many EXDPs, but unless Chris is representing it, he's not going to get the momentum he needs.
Yeah, set point once again for Toy.
Big jump. This could be the start of pressure. He needs more of this. Toy, though, reacting with the air-to-air.
Yeah, actually, weirdly enough to say that for Bison, going air-to-air is probably his best way to anti-air.
Yeah, it is, though. And that jumping medium punch is amazing.
Yeah, jumping medium punch, jumping light punch, both fantastic options. Nice whiff punish there.
But again, Toy playing without a lot of resources. Chris T getting close to it. And again, with those air-to-airs.
Yeah, now the pace is all Toy once again, but that V-trigger 1 on the side of Chris T can change things in an instant. That ball is becoming a problem now.
And he's got the corner. This is so dangerous for Chris.
Yeah, man, Toy's been so good at being able to hold this ground. He pops V-trigger 1 just to get some momentum on his side. Meets him air-to-air.
Another air-to-air, though. Oh, and there it is. Toy takes it 3-1.
Yeah, good stuff from Toy. I mean, towards the end there, you saw that he kind of got a read of Chris T's rhythm, I think. Once again, it sort of shifted a little bit, and good stuff to him. But what do you think? I mean, I think that there was a moment there where we really thought like Chris T could run it back, but Toy snuffed that out.
I think Toy saw some of the adjustments that he made offensively, and what happened was he just readjusted that defensive methodical style that he had to be able to get that rhythm and timing again, to go back into those air-to-airs, and that forced Chris to kind of sit in place. And as he's holding down back, he's going to go to that down forward fierce to get those plus frames and start really pressuring him and forcing him to go into those EX uppercuts. And that's what we saw a lot of.
Yeah, I think once I saw that second EX uppercut blocked, it looked like maybe he's kind of got his rhythm again. It's so hard for a player to be able to switch their rhythm up that consistently. So the first switch, unfortunately, I think maybe being 2 games up might have been spelled his demise early on.
Yeah, because the adjustment came a little bit late.
Yeah.
You know, and especially after those first 2 games, it was, I mean, I hate to say it, it was kind of a wash. Defensively, he was on point, Toy, that is.
Yeah.
And Chris, every single time he tried to start to begin his pressure, he was just like, get out of my way. I'm going to air you. I'm going to press standing fierce. I'm going to push you out, and I'm not going to chase you. I'm going to make you come to me.
Yeah, that was a really, I think that was almost textbook in saying like how to play Bison versus Ken is maybe not as aggressive as you think it would be normally for a character like Bison, but that does take into account that you respect the DP, you respect the 3-frame moves, and it's a different play style for that character. So good stuff to Toy. He's going to move on into winners finals, and that's going to be a good spot for him to get a good amount of points there in the Capcom Pro Tour.
Oh yeah. So many points. How many points exactly can they get here? Do you remember?
I don't actually off the top of my head. We'll figure it out in a second.
Later on.
Yeah. But this is a good way for a lot of these guys to get points. You see quite a bit of these guys on the Capcom Pro Tour on a regular basis, so this is just one of those other avenues, especially for a guy like Toy who maybe doesn't go out to as many tournaments. This is a fantastic opportunity for himself to put on that leaderboard.
Yeah, especially, I mean, going to those majors and trying to get those points, I mean, let's be real here. That's incredibly difficult.
It's very
difficult.
difficult. Yeah, I mean, you see all the you see how stacked every one of these tournaments have been this year for the Capcom Pro Tour. I mean, it is safe to say that this has been one of the toughest years for this game so far. Season 3 has really shown itself to be super difficult.
We have streaks of dominance, excuse me, that occurs in, like, let's say like 2 to 3 tournaments. You're like, oh, he's back to being the best Street Fighter player, and all of a sudden he gets blown up in the next tournament, and then he doesn't make top 8.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that time and time again. I mean, I felt like that for Infiltration. I feel like Fujimura's now on that sort of best player in the world streak sort of thing.
Takedo was on that for a while too.
Takedo was on that for a very long time. Daigo was trying to put himself in that spot too. I mean, I can go on names and names and names, but the thing is that these guys are really vying for those top spots.
Yeah, and like you said, right? They're so stacked that it becomes so volatile because you just cannot predict what's going to happen next.
Yeah, but what I can predict to happen next is that we're going to get that match started up for you. JB versus Brentacool. It is going to be probably a Rashid versus Ken. We'll see. But Rashid, it's going to be an interesting one because considering that Rashid's sort of like a pseudo-Shoto sort of thing, but very, very aggressive.
One thing that makes characters like Rashid or Cammy, etc., very, very strong has to do with the fact of, or actually has to do with their crouching light punch. I was kind of showing you guys that yesterday a little bit. When I played Oil King and a couple other guys, one thing I noticed was after crouching light punch, they would delay. And then they would go into a little short because they can check your walk. But the fact that there's a delay and now you can confirm because you're still plus.
Right.
You're able to get a 3-way mix-up that's not as obvious as it seems unless you actually get in there and experience it yourself. So they have 3 different ways to play offensively and still be defensive at the same time. That's a pretty insane thing to have for some of these characters.
Yeah, right. And a character like Rashid who's able, his combos naturally carry towards the corner pretty well. I mean, that means that he gets to set up his game earlier and off a pretty safe mix-up.
Yeah. So we're about to find out if that Rashid will carry him against Brent is Cool's Ken. What do you think would need to happen in order for Brent to take this match?
I think he would have to really stuff the advances for Rashid, and as soon as you stuff the advances for Rashid, I think the Rashid player starts second-guessing himself, right? And then he starts going to really risky stuff, starting using EX fireballs, start trying to use EX dives to try to get in. Stuff like that really makes it so that, you know, the opponent is using his meter for stuff that isn't damage. And once you get that for Rashid, you really open up your ability to sort of have more chances versus him, right? Yeah,
absolutely. Well, we're about to find out if Brent is going to be able to do that. It is going to be Ken versus Rashid. He just goes in just to start off with the low forward.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about JB that I am super impressed with is his ability to really control the pace, and with a type of character like this, it's super important, right? I mean, you gotta keep on the offense with this character constantly.
I mean, he has some of the best frame traps literally in the game.
Oh yeah. And they're not all like frame traps per se. Like we were talking about this yesterday. Numbers are only a part of the story.
Exactly. He's setting up the meta using his frame traps too to set up like stuff like this right here. But Brent is going to respond with the EXDP, starts his own pressure. Oh, what a block!
Oof, early on, too. Usually we see that mind game start out before that, but we were talking about this before at the top of the broadcast. You might see a little bit more than the standard set here.
Wow, Brent takes the first round. What a battle.
Yeah, good stuff to him. I mean, Brent's really looking good there. Popping that V-trigger one. Such strong comeback potential there. Double roll. Didn't expect that. I know he didn't either. Tried to wake up Tatsu.
Hey, those wake up Tatsus can do some work. It blows up 3-frame traps.
Yep.
Okay, back into the corner. Dangerous spot. Lots of damage to be given here.
Nice roll out, too. Takes the corner pressure from him.
Oh, man.
Nice. And that gets him so much room behind him, too. Good confirm. Spend the EX. We go corner to corner.
That was 2 mix-ups to get into the corner.
Yeah.
But he puts himself in the corner. This could be bad.
Ooh,
he drops it!
Oh, man. That is so unfortunate. But this is V-Trigger 2 Rashid. Can definitely do it. I am surprised he threw out a fireball. Pressure up. Ooh,
oh my God!
JB knew what to do there. Very smart for him to use all of the V-Trigger. And as soon as Brent thought he was safe, that's the time to confirm into the critical art.
I loved that stand fear so much. He knew he was minus, but he was going to do that anyways if Brent was trying to walk into it instead of punishing it outright.
Yeah, very smart. And unfortunately, spending all of his meter, but it is sort of a momentum boost, right? Now you're feeling good. You got the confirm, you got the game.
Luckily, in Street Fighter V, building meter is so easy. So spending that to seal a round is so worth it.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Oh, he tried to whiff punish, but a little bit too far out. Whiff punish for his own problem. JB trying to keep this corner pressure here, and they are slugging between the two of them.
There is no fear. There's no fear between these two boys.
I think once one person has fear, they're just going to get run over. They understand that, right? So you got to make sure they constantly are second-guessing their options. Ooh, he tried to meet him in the air. Tried to. Unfortunately, a little bit too short.
Yeah, so much reversal on the positioning right now. There's just nobody that's actually truly in control. It's just a constant battle, but Brent, all you need is one.
Oof. Try to confirm. Oof. Afterwards, man, these guys are so active.
So tense right now.
What a poke. It's not usually what you see there. Use that V reversal. That means he's not going to get it in this match.
It's so close. It's anybody's game. He can't spend critical art yet, but...
Yeah, you got to think about that chip, right? He's just got to get a little bit more chip, but he goes for the DP! Meterless, in fact! He might have actually was going to cancel that into critical art. The chip from the DP might have been enough into the critical art. One way or another, he hit him with at least, you know, a DP meterless trying to get him off there.
I mean, it was a great choice.
It was a choice. I mean, yeah, ultimately, that might have been a checkmate situation right there. So, one way or another, Brent is cool, takes the first game.
What a first game. That was exciting. Checking, are they going to still see him at this, play at the same pace? Oh, I think they are.
Nice, yeah.
I just love that these players have just all the guts, no fear. They're both going in. They're just battling.
Yeah, I would really like watching JB play here, man. He is never going to let up if he has a chance. But that is a good find for Brent. This cool. It's going to alleviate the pressure a little bit, but some good damage as well.
Yeah, the thing with offense, though, is offense always leaves you more open to opportunities to counter.
Ooh, looking for that DP. No cigar. He just backs up afterwards. Still in that V-trigger, too. A lot of potential for this Rashid. Wake up, Tatsu. We said we were going to see it once or twice. There it is right there.
Unfortunately, misses the conversion. Oh, there's a big hit. There it is. First round goes to JB.
Yeah, the one thing is unfortunately, you know, he doesn't have a true reversal like that. But if you make a good read with that Tatsu, you get good damage. More reward for your bigger risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Keep up with the EX Fireball. He checks him out. Very nice. Gets some room behind him.
And it's a great way to stop that pressure because that EX Fireball is so dangerous. Again, he's going to spend that V reversal just to stop it.
Yeah, I like this. I like the spending of the V meter, trying to keep the corner pressure. But Brent is cool. Has done very well to constantly get out of it.
Now, Brent has tried to bait that EX DP from JB 3 times in a row now. And this time he doesn't. He's just going to commit.
Goes for
Pays
the
off.
meeting.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say from JB, though, is that he is spending all of his meter on V reversals, which is smart because he's keeping the corner. But it does mean that he's never getting that V trigger that's so potent for this character.
But maybe it's just a decision. Maybe it's a stylistic decision against Brent, right? Because Brent is a pressure type of player, and if he doesn't get momentum, then you just end up stopping it. So,
Yeah. No bait on the fake.
This time he's going to spend that V trigger. He's going to start the offense instead.
Oh, spends a V reversal.
Oh, what an anti-air. That was sick.
See it almost in that V trigger. He spent 2. That means he's not going to get that V trigger. Really bet it all here. He's not going to be able to make that comeback.
We can, but it's going to be.
I mean,
really
without a V trigger, I
difficult.
mean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. There you go. Brett is cool. Says no V trigger for me, thanks. That's going to be 2-0 versus JB.
Yeah, Brent is cool. Is showing a lot of poise here, right? Now we do know he's more aware than the rest of us, obviously, with the fact that his resource situation was not in a good position. But he was going to take the time to figure out the timing of when JB wants to press a button, when he wants to do something, and take advantage of that, and then ended up converting.
Yeah, his Oki game has been very strong so far, right? And being able to convert off that momentum is really the style that Brent's going for here.
It's as if they're both playing into each other's style, but Brent is coming out on top.
Yeah, and it's by margins too, right? I mean,
barely margins.
This could very well be 0-2 in JB's favor.
Yeah, exactly. So Brent's not going to spend that bar, but he's going to get stunned.
Yeah, gets the stun here, and he has a bar to work with, so he might be able to clean this up. Yes, sir.
Yeah, at that point, he was valuing the comeback factor of V-Trigger 1, but unfortunately, JB just steals that.
Yeah, so that's a feel good round for JB. He'll feel like he'll be able to make this comeback here. He is 2 games down, but can be definitely done for this type of guy.
Not such great distancing for that anti-air, but although he does get that right there.
Yeah, good check on the run.
He's actually not doing too hot right now on those anti-airs. He's getting the right reads. And that time, he just didn't even bother trying.
Oh, the run under. He's got full meter to work with. Still got one part of that V-trigger to use too. Ooh, a full jump in too. Doesn't quite build that CA, and he does get off me. It's time for me to shine. No cigar. There you go. Brett's is cool. Now on set point, he's got that full stick of butter as well down there too, so he can close this out.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I don't think Brent's going to be scared of jumping at all, and he's going to keep doing it. Because right now, he's not even landing his anti-airs 100% of the time. And one jump in like that is all it takes.
Doesn't decide to spend it yet, though. This is super dangerous here. How far he is up on stun. That was a big anti-air. Switches the situation.
Oh, no!
Oh. Yeah, now we're in scary territory. That critical art is going to be so much more deadly, and that's going to be it. Brent is cool.
There it is.
Gonna take it 3-0 over Sonic Box's JB.
Oh boy, oh boy. That last game, man. Just looking at the hate to say this, he was not able to anti-air at all. And he could have gone for air-to-airs instead, but for whatever it is, or whatever the reason it is, he ended up just, he did crouching medium punches, which he A, missed a couple of times, or B, mistimed.
Yeah.
Which ended up with him just frankly blocking. And that just allowed Brent to just keep getting that pressure. And you saw Brent was jumping non-stop. There was no reason whatsoever for him to stop jumping at that point.
Yeah, and on top of which, you know, the main threat for anti-airs in Street Fighter V, in my opinion, is the ability to get a mix-up off it, right?
Exactly.
It's not really the damage that comes out of it. So if you don't ever convert that into the potential possible damage that you have right there, then there really isn't that much to be afraid of.
Exactly. It's either you're anti-airing for big damage, or you're anti-airing to get a situation to start your sequence. Neither of what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Brent has the right idea. Keep jumping in, get those confirms, and then he took all the momentum from there. So that's 3-0 for Brent is cool. He's going to move on to winners finals versus Toy. JB and Christy are both going to drop down with the losers. So
Yeah.
You know, still there, but
They still have opportunities.
Yeah.
They can absolutely clean up some of the blunders, and I'm sure it hurts them more than it hurts us. You know,
Yeah,
especially as
definitely.
players. Come
Yeah.
on. So yeah, I think there's certain things to review, at least for both of those guys, in terms of, okay, what was I doing wrong here in terms of pacing? Maybe I wasn't hitting things at the right time. Fix these a little bit, because they're great players. We've
Yeah.
seen them perform really well at majors, but it's just these minor blunders that ends up really hurting them in the long scale.
Yeah, and it's sort of rough to see those sorts of games from players like JB, who's so strong. It's just like every time you get into that, it's like just one thing didn't work out, and then it falls apart. It's a very momentum-based game. I mean, especially with those characters. It's going to happen sometimes.
I was hoping to see more fierce mixers, to be honest.
True.
Because
Yeah.
that would have dealt with any of those jump-ins. So I'm a little bit
True.
curious as to why he opted for crouching medium punch more than he did with the fierce punch mixers.
Yeah, but you know what I'm going to opt for is this arcade 1-up cabinet. You can see it right there. You got a Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Super Street Fighter 2, and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo all in one cabinet. And if you guys want to get some old school into your house, this is definitely the way to do it. You can go to www.arcade1up.com. This is the official arcade cabinet of the Capcom Pro Tour. And then next up, we have these Razor sticks. I know you guys see them everywhere. The Pantheras,
it's everywhere.
The Pantheras are something to behold. They are fantastic sticks, not only for traveling because of the way that they compartment everything, but also because they are top quality sticks. So you can go see that URL down there if you guys want to visit Razor and check out their Panthera and go get one from their website.
Awesome sticks.
Yeah. We got Vitrix Pro AF. These are the official headsets of the Capcom Pro Tour. Awesome noise canceling headsets. So if you're trying to get into the groove while you're up on stage, these are the ones to do it. They are fantastic sounding and they are built for the player. So if you want to get one yourself, you can go to vitrixpro.com.
I've also heard about those fans in there that helps to cool
Yeah,
your ears.
exactly.
Oh man, dude, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. Built for the gamer, just like the Vertigear chairs. If you guys want to get one of your own, you can put in the promo code CPT18 to get 10% off. I know you guys see them at all the events, and they are the best chairs that we have here.
And these shirts, man, they are so dope. So these shirts are $10. If we sell 1,000 of these shirts, all the shirts will go to all the registered Street Fighter V players, I believe, at EVO.
Yeah, and if you sell 1,000 shirts, everybody who registers for Street Fighter V will be able to get one. So the proceeds for these shirts will go to a prize pool, and you'll have an awesome shirt, remade art from the Street Fighter 2.
I mean, just look at that shirt. Just look at it. It's so dope. And if you want to see more of them, check out the Bitly.
Yeah, check out that bit.ly down there. Also, check out, we have the old CPT 2016 DLC available for 50% off. It is awesome, awesome costumes. So if you want to pick up some of your own, you can get it for a little bit cheaper right now. Go and pick that up from your wherever you get your DLC. But also, if you guys want to help support the Capcom Pro Tour or the Capcom Cup, you guys can buy these costumes that we have out available right now, whether it's the Sakura, the Akuma, the stage, or if you want to get the all-in-one pass, you can see the prices right there. Proceeds will go towards the prize pool at Capcom Cup.
Yeah, you got some stuff that you guys like. I mean, get it. It helps you guys. It helps the community. Everybody wins here.
Yeah, and we have a limited time offer for a lot of the costumes and a lot of the original costumes as well. You can see it on your screen right there, up to 50% off, up to 70% off. If you see a costume that you like that you don't already have yet for your character, you can go pick them up right now. We also, if you guys don't have the game yet, the arcade edition just came out very recently, I know. But if you guys want to pick it up right now, whether you want to get it on PS4 or on Steam, it is on sale. The deluxe edition and the regular edition, both 40% off, and it will include all the characters from Season 1 or Season 2, or if you get the deluxe edition, also Season 3. 40% off, no reason not to get it right now.
Great for Smurf accounts.
Great for Smurf accounts. And what else is great is having a PS Plus member account. So if you do have one of those, you guys can pick up Street Fighter V for only $9.99 as a great way to tell your friends to get into Street Fighter V. Tell them, hey, this is a minimal investment. You can get in. You can see if you like it. I know you will. So get in there and go get those PS Plus members in on this from Street Fighter V.
Exactly. Now we're going to head to a break. So stick around. We'll be right back with some more Street Fighter V matches with CPT Online.
And now it's time.
Let's go! There are no limits! I'd do it if I were you. Power
It's all coming up ready!
Pleased to meet you!
Let's go! Insect!
Allow me to show you the truth.
Please!
You better not
not for me. Don't move.
Don't underestimate me. Pleased to meet you. Let's begin.
Okay, come on.
And welcome back to the Capcom Pro Tour online tournament. This is the second North American one we have here on the West Coast. If you guys are just tuning in, you missed a couple of pretty good matches, but we're just going to bring you up to speed. My name is Sammy Fish.
And my name is Pandora House's Crack Fiend.
Yeah, we're going to call it the shots for the rest of this tournament here. We got a next one coming up pretty big. We just finished with the loser side, so now we're going down to we finished with the winner side. We're going down to the loser side. And the action definitely doesn't stop there. Next up for you guys, we got Nephew versus Tempo's own Alex Myers.
Yeah, and Alex Myers is in the building right now. He's literally right outside.
He's like, I'm actually pointing to where he is right now. We are doing this live out of Esports Arena Oakland, a fantastic venue if you're in the area. Definitely check it out. I mean, we are watching Barrier Brawl, you know, while we're on break here. So in the meantime, you guys are be able to call the matches right here. I really appreciate that a venue like this is able to house both events online and offline. It's
Isn't
so
it
cool.
fantastic?
It's super cool.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, we didn't talk about Nephew yet. Nephew, one of the premier Colleen players that we have in the U.S. You see him a lot of the time on these online tournaments. And he's definitely shows that he's made a name for himself. So, looking forward to seeing this one versus a veteran tournament player like Alex Myers.
Yeah, Alex Myers, one of the premier Cammy players up in North America.
Yeah, definitely.
And so this is going to be a battle. You know, he's going to be able to show his work against one of the most talented sponsored players.
Yeah, I like that activation too. Right time to give him a mix-up. He gets the stun. Let's go for the mix-ups.
And he's just going to finish it off right there. First round, Nephew.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I mean, this is really the feature 2 from Colleen makes her such a scary character.
I love the pacing that Nephew has right now as well. Nephew just playing, I mean, we've seen a lot of these players play really, really fast, but Nephew also playing very fast.
Yeah. The thing I do like about Alex Myers, though, he plays very methodical, very thought-provoking sort of style. So definitely makes a lot of really good decisions. But Nephew,
oh my goodness!
What a bait!
That was amazing.
Just switch the situation to 2 stuns in 2 rounds.
Just mix up City left and right. He's gonna go for another one. Oh,
see it? Wow,
he's
another DP. He had to do something, right? And the overhead to clean it up. I feel like we just started this game, but we got a 1 from the Nephew. Good stuff.
That was like a 1-minute match between these 2 players.
I mean, that's how scary this character is in season 3, right?
She's so explosive.
Very explosive character, very strong neutral, and when she turns into when she pops V-Trigger 2, one of the scariest characters in the game.
I mean, she could just get in there so quickly.
Yeah.
And it makes you kind of wonder, like, should I press a button? Should I not? But as soon as you start doubting yourself, that's when she attacks. But Myers right now is gonna be on the attack. Oh. Oof. Big counter.
Let's go for regular hands there. Had the meter to spend it, but we just go into V-Trigger 2.
Nephew right now really trying to use that movement, getting in that. Oh, big mix-up situation.
Ooh, is that stun? No, not quite. Hail mix-up. Ooh, tried to go for the counter. That was gutsy, but we didn't get a punish from Alex Myers, and that's going to be the round for Nephew. He
just wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't either. Like, I didn't expect him to go for a counter while he has the advantage.
Yeah,
But-
right? Because most like he was just anticipating another EXDP.
Probably.
But at that point, Myers was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that stuff happens. But Nephew looking good once again. Ooh!
There it is.
And this
EX
one-
counter.
Look how much that hurts, too.
Oh, hurts so good.
Good chunk of damage there. Nice. Use a counter, too. That means he's going to get V-Trigger even earlier, too, which is the scary proposition for this character.
Was he going to get it? No, he does not.
No punish either, but that's all the bar for Myers. This is going to be a big comeback. There you go. But Cammy's definitely the character that can do it. We pop V-Trigger and we switch the situation.
Love that so much. That V-Trigger activation to get to the other side and then start his pressure. That was crazy.
2-0 for Nephew here. Remember, this is the loser side, so this is lifeline for Alex Myers. Man, that was actually, so normally we see that V-Trigger pop, we see it for, you know, like Guile, right? When he pops V-Trigger to it so you can get all the time to charge and then go for an anti-air. But that actually was so smart in two ways, which is one, we pop to go for an anti-air, but two, also to cross up, and that way we take the corner pressure.
Just really good decision making. Super impressed.
Yeah.
But Myers no slouch right now, even though it's down 2-0. Myers is very, very subtle when it comes to adjustments. But when he makes those adjustments, that's when all the danger happens.
Right, and with a character like this, where one adjustment means you can gain all the momentum, it's very scary. But we convert. Nice block as well, though.
Beautiful block.
Not quite. He's trying to clean it up with that stand light kick, but it's not working out. The low forward is going to do the trick.
I think after he ate those two fierces, because Nephew was fishing for that crush counter.
Yeah, listen, man, that's V-Trigger 2 Colleen. Those pokes go so far.
Yeah, Myers getting away with a little bit of a risky play, so to speak.
There you go. I like the combo choice there. Takes him all the way to the corner.
Is he going to be able to maintain that corner control is the big question. So far today, there hasn't been a whole ton of corner control, and that usually is a big, big aspect of playing Street Fighter. Or any fighting game for that matter. The Nephew going to work that pressure. He's got the corner. He's going to get in his face.
He catch him? Oh! No, he got out of the situation, but he switched it up. That's no more meter for Alex Myers, but he does have a V-Trigger. Goes for the throw mix-up. Afterwards, I like this from Nephew. It gets him some room. He actually got hit by the hail, too.
He's going to move in. Oh, big trade. Oh, so aggressive with that double dash. Myers sniffs it out. Oh,
Myers still has 2 stocks ready. Almost up, though. There it is.
great conversion from Myers to take a game.
Yeah, that was definitely a big scramble situation there, but Alex Myers comes out on top. He's going to take his first game. Actually, it really looks good in the sense of, like, doesn't look too phased from going down too early so explosively on top of which.
Yeah, one of the most dangerous things about going down that quick, that early, tends to be the fact that you don't get as many reads as you need over a lengthened round or a lengthened match. So Myers making that adjustment in game 3. Hopefully this is not too late, though. Because now Nephi has the opportunity to also make his own adjustments. Oh, what a crush counter.
Ooh, all right, Myers coming out strong in this 4th game here.
I think he's coming out with this with, like, whatever you can do, I can do better.
Nice. All right, pokes out of the air. Nephew has shown the momentum, so this is definitely not over yet, but missed time on the throw means Alex Myers is going to take that round.
These are some of the quickest rounds I've seen today so far.
I like it. Explosive Street Fighter 5 play. Let me see it.
Oh, boot to the face.
Yeah, boot to face indeed on Nephew's side. Nice block. Oh, that was crush counter out of the air, so he didn't get the full conversion.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. It was a great attempt, but just didn't quite work out as what he wanted. There you go. Pressure, yep, challenge the negative situation. Don't let him get that free pressure.
Switch it up. Spends it for good damage.
Big throw right here. She's going to try and make that comeback. No!
Ooh.
That cross up, is that a stun? Yes, it is. Myers gonna tie it 2-2 unless he drops this. Please don't.
No.
Oh my!
no,
He doesn't pin it.
And then the parry.
No, that just happened. That just happened.
Oh,
No
man.
way.
Fantastic. He recognized from that previous game that he likes to close out rounds with Stan Lightclick, and what just seemed to be like a fun moment turned out to be a round for Nephew. He's actually going to be on set point now.
That is devastating. Can Myers just hold it and keep it together?
Oh, man. All right. He's looking good right now. Off the crush counter. Good damage. Stun is high.
Oh, Nephew going to start that pressure right now with the tricky mix-ups. Oh, it doesn't quick rise. Brilliant strategy there.
There you go. That's done now in the favor of Nephew. He's got to worry about it. Myers bets it all on the EXDP.
Gotta challenge if she's going for that mix-up. You have to show that you're willing to do it.
And these guys are at max range trying to go for their best button here. Good chase down.
But it didn't work out at the end. Nephew takes it 3-1. What a match. That was insane.
Man, that just not being able to close that last round off was so heartbreaking. We went from a 2-2 to a 3-1. Nephew is going to take it. Good stuff to him. But, I mean, the presence of mind to go for the mid counter on the stand light kick, we saw that from one of the previous rounds, and then he pulls it out. Like, that was super duper smart, and all the buffs to that move, how much damage that it does, definitely made it able to close out the round. That was sick.
The speed at which Nephew was playing was insane.
Dude,
I loved it.
Yeah, it was really
so
cool,
much.
right? Because normally you see a lot of like a slower play from Colleen because they're looking for the hit into the setup. And then Colleen, our nephew, in fact, really pushed the envelope there and asked Myers to make a lot of mistakes. But Myers had a lot of really good play there. I mean, I'm credit to him, unfazed throughout the entire game. It really just came down to Nephew making better reads, capitalizing on his momentum more often.
Yeah. Myers, though, I mean, well, he's out, right? He's out. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
I was going to
That's
say,
it.
he has another chance. Well, he has another chance at Bay Area Brawl.
Yeah, he has another chance over here. You know, got done with the online tournament, now to the offline one. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing to say. But he does leave out with only a singular point, unfortunately, tied for 7th in the end.
Again, even online, even these online tournaments, you're seeing that level of skill. And Nephew's versatility, again, like what you mentioned, right? He doesn't really necessarily, he does pick his spots, but he doesn't pick his spots in a slow, methodical way.
Yeah.
He picks his spots in a fast, methodical way, such as when Myers jumps, he activates, and then he uses the dash to get underneath just for the crossover.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that where I saw him pop it, you know, just to try to get extra room, extra momentum. Just little things like that. His versatility with the V-Trigger too was really impressive, and I think that's a lot of the reason why he's made this character look so scary.
Oh man, and those mix-ups. I mean, that was a mix-up city for days.
Yeah, looked really good, really good. But we're gonna get into the last one, and the one I'm very, very interested in here. We're gonna have Commander Jesse versus Chris CCH. We were talking about it before. Chris CCH, not only the Red Bull Seattle champion for Street Fighter V, so you probably see him around a little bit more, but as well is just a very strong player overall for the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, even before he was winning those tournaments, I mean, I was hearing about his up and coming for a while. Like dude was talking like, have you heard of Chris ECH? I'm like, no. Yeah, that kid is
so
out
good.
of this world. And I watched him play, and I'm like, oh my god, that kid is really good.
Yeah, but he is a Guile player, so definitely, I mean, is picked a good character to sort of build his game plan on.
Yeah.
As a young player, Guile is a fantastic character in my opinion.
And I was gonna say, he might play Sakura against Dalsim. His Guile Dalsim
is not great, right? He has the ability to keep you out. Also, the mix-ups that Dalsim has are pretty strong if you don't have meter to work with. So, goes for the Sakura. But Commander Jesse is also a Sakura player.
Exactly.
So, he's going to know a thing or two about this character.
Well, more than a thing or two.
I mean, the thing I was about to say, or I was going to say that usually when you play against Sakura nowadays, underrepresented character, you might be able to get away with a thing or two, but maybe not versus Commander Jesse.
I don't think he's going to get away with it. He's going to have to play very cleanly. He's going to have to make a lot of great decisions here for Commander Jesse to really fall for anything. And right there, he was trying to sniff up the fireball, but it didn't quite work out.
There you go. Meaty slide.
He's going to get stuck. This is really difficult because Sakura is going to have a lot of difficulty just trying to get in at all.
It's very true. That's stun very high. He is going for those run-up DPs. He is looking for something, anything to get his momentum started, but
He gets another one.
Yeah. I think all of his damage there was from DPs.
Yeah, it was.
But that's going to be the first round for Commander Jesse. He's playing this one to a T.
Yeah,
I mean,
he knows the ranges. He knows where there's real and fake frame traps. And so you're seeing like Chris earlier, like that to end that round, Chris was trying to go for something that wasn't real. Jesse sniffed it out.
I mean, this is not a bad idea for Chris CCH. It's
Not
just
at all.
risky, right? His
It is.
Sakura's DP skirts the ground a little bit and moves forward, so you can definitely check some limbs on the way out.
It is so difficult right now. And Chris not willing to throw any more EXDPs. Oh, jab DP right there.
Yeah. Nice block.
Ooh, what a whip punish. Yeah, and Chris still struggling to get in right now. Commander with a lot of meter to spend.
Oh. There you go, man. He's just playing this matchup textbook. Goes in when you least expect it. Commander Jesse gonna take the first one, and I wanna throw something to you.
Yeah.
This might be a thing to note is that SoCal plays Dhalsim a little bit different than the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that maybe Chris CCH doesn't have the experience versus an aggressive style Dhalsim like Commander Jesse?
I would want to say that, but unfortunately, he's already having difficulty dealing with the zoning.
Right.
It hasn't even gotten to that point where it's like all this multitude of offense that's causing issues for CCH. It does cause issues after he gets knocked down by Commander Jesse, but look at that zoning right there. He has nothing so far.
Yeah, good check from Chris, though. This is the positioning that he wants to be, but buttons from Commander Jesse. He's working out.
Yeah, Commander Jesse just absolutely controlling the pace. Oh my goodness, that's an aggressive move right there.
Yeah. Really, the risk reward that Commander Jesse's playing with has been phenomenal, right? Knows to go when the light buttons, knows to go when the heavy. But this is good confirmed, good damage for Chris CCH.
Oh my gosh, that
throw
was
bait.
really good.
Great throw bait, and it's going to take his first round. Good stuff. Good use of the V-trigger as well.
There was an interesting little tidbit that happened in that round. After the snipe jab, on the recovery of it, Chris CCH punished with EX uppercut. That might change some of the decision-making by Commander Jesse.
Yeah, but it's also going to value that meter a little bit more too, right?
Exactly. Yeah, he's definitely deliberately trying to punish it now. This is gonna be interesting because they're both seeing that transition.
Yeah, you actually see Commander Jesse maybe pressing less buttons now.
Yeah. That transition has already happened.
Falling Komatsu as well. Chris CCH is going to every option in the book.
Very nice from Commander Jesse to escape that corner.
Nice. And that V-Trigger 2 DP gives him the ability to even just hit the tip and still get the full damage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that DP once again. He's getting so much mileage out of it. He's in a good position, but he backs up. I don't know if he wants to give Commander Jesse some room, but he's been able to slug it out quite well. He does so right there. Jesse ties up the round count.
Yeah, it's always easy to say something like, yeah, let's just keep the pressure on. Why would you move back? Well, the fact is, he can still punish you in a lot of different situations and challenge a lot of situations. Not as easy as just staying in and pressing buttons.
It's very true.
Oh,
Commander
great.
Jesse, I mean, he scraps real well for a character that's supposed to be a long-range monster.
Exactly. And again, sniffs out. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, good punish as well. The stun was high. He's going to get the most he can out of this. Yes, almost there.
So close.
And just back up afterwards. Healthy life lead, no worry. There it is. Goes for non-committal buttons. Jesse is going to go up 2-0 versus Chris CCH.
I'm curious if Chris is going to make a switch over to Guile or stick to Sakura. I don't think Sakura has necessarily failed him per se, but he's just been having a lot of difficulty just even trying to get into that mid-range, which is where he needs to be to start challenging.
Right. This one really feels like a old-school Shoto versus Dhalsim matchup, right? A lot of risk on the side of the Shoto and not as much from the Sim. But once he gets in, he does have the ability to put on some hurt. It's just all about getting in.
They're back in that mid-range, and every round always starts in the mid-range, so it's already automatically in the favor of Dhalsim.
Right. There you go. I like the challenge there from Jesse. backs up afterwards. He understands the spacing so well. I mean, as a guy, he plays Sakura, one of the few players that really put a lot of time into this character, so he definitely knows where to play in the ranges.
What I really like about Commander Jesse is what I like to call a change of pace. He can go from offense to defense in the switch.
Yeah, I agree there too. I mean, he plays a very unique style of Dawson in that way, right? And these slides underneath the fireballs have, I mean, been so much mileage for him too.
Yeah, Chris CCH looking a little bit lost right here. Again, still dealing with the same difficulties he's had in the first 2 games. That full range is just... Oh, wait.
Oh, I'll take that trade.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, and he knew to dash all the way up. Pushes Jesse in the corner, but he backs up, gets away from the carpet. He's just using it for zoning now. All that gray bar means that one more hit's going to be doing it.
Both playing very tentative right now. Oh, he was trying to get the snipe. Didn't quite get it.
Yeah, unfortunate. Chris is looking for his moment. That's it.
EXTP. Yes!
Wow! Chris!
The timely jump!
On top of, that was like at the very end of the hitbox too. That was perfect time, perfect jump in, perfect button. Chris deserved to earn that round. He's trying to make sure this doesn't get out of hand.
Very well-deserved round. He's still got one more to go. He needs to get himself on the board to stay here in the CPT online tournament. Oh, we're starting to see challenges. We're starting to see challenges right here.
Yes. Ooh, crush counter. That's going to be the stun. Goes for the reset. I like that. I like that. Is that going to be enough damage? Oh, man. He's got the combos, too.
Yeah, short answer. Yeah, he's got the damage.
He's got the damage.
Definitely
Chris,
got it.
CCH takes his first game. That was super impressive.
That was very impressive. I was wondering if he was ever going to be able to get in. He clearly answered that question.
Yeah. I mean,
with poise.
This is really what that matchup has to offer. Difficult to get in, but once he gets in, able to put on some good mix-ups. I really like the reset there. Understood that the stun scaled the combo quite a bit, so he's not going to kill. Might as well go for a mix-up.
And the timing on the buttons, too, and the jump-ins and the uppercuts, now it's starting to cause a little bit of hesitation, and especially early when we're talking about that EXDP. It's causing hesitation for Commander Jesse, although he does get that conversion right there.
Oof. Yeah, gets as much as he can out of it, but even more importantly, gets some V-trigger meter.
Yeah, he's just going to raw activate that. It gives him a lot of pressure automatically.
Nice check. Saw that twice. Not going to work the second time.
Wow, what a conversion right here. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a big combo. Yes!
Oh, man, Chris CCH, his combo selection has been phenomenal, and the reason why he's taking these rounds now.
He's been able to really stick it to Commander Jesse. Commander Jesse cannot throw buttons or moves as freely as he wants to, as he did in the first 2 games.
Now, we were talking about, you know, rhythm in that first game with Toy. The rhythm has definitely changed for Chris CCH here. Big break.
Yeah, some of that doubt starting to hit Commander Jesse. Oh my god, that was almost godlike.
That was almost, yeah, almost. I mean, he had the right idea, but it just didn't pay out. All right, carpet's out. And he's in the corner, too, so he has to make a decision here. He is burning up. Just left on the pixel here. We've seen this comeback. He's got the V-trigger meter to do it. But tough situation for Chris CCH.
Dude, Chris is jumping at the right time on every limit. Unfortunately, he eats that throw.
Yeah, he eats the throw. Probably just trying to go for a delay mix up there, and unfortunately did not get it. However, Commander Jesse now on set point.
But Commander Jesse not sitting comfortably.
No, not yet.
There's a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. If I'm playing against Chris CCH right now, I am not comfortable one bit. This round needs to be closed out.
It has to be closed out.
Ooh, big jump in. Using all that jumping fierce really to its strengths there, but
interesting commitment right there from Chris CCH. Oh my god, faking the high and going low.
Yeah, and a commitment there to spend all of his bar, and that's going to give him a healthy life lead here. And then not a bad idea. It means he can grind out the last part of this round.
Oh, but he goes for that EXDP, or at least the DP and V-trigger.
Yeah,
Commander Jesse takes it.
Takes it 3-1. I really like the change there from Chris CCH. Very similar to actually the first game that we had at the head of the broadcast between Chris Chris T and Toy,
Yeah.
where the momentum changed, but maybe a little bit too late because Commander Jesse was able to make an adjustment afterwards.
Yeah, and you saw that the longer the set went, the more jump-ins that were actually starting to work out. And not necessarily getting hit,
Yeah.
but the fact that you block a jump-in already starts pressure for Sakura, which is a big deal.
Yeah, and also you were bringing it up a second ago too. Those rounds were a lot longer than the ones, say, that we had versus Nephew, and so he was able to get a little bit more information and be able to make those comebacks with that.
Yeah, really beautiful stuff. Unfortunately, Jesse, well, fortunately for Jesse, unfortunately for Chris ECH, Jesse recognized that he had to close that out because the longer that was going, the more reads he was getting, the better timing he was getting on jumps and on buttons and on reversals. Everything was starting to go his way.
Yeah, I think we really look at that and we say that if that went to 2-2, it might have been in Chris CCH's favor. But good stuff to him. I mean, the Sakura looked very good. I almost question it versus the Guile. I feel like sometimes you're more comfortable in your own shoes, but he proved me wrong. He looked good on the Sakura.
Yeah, absolutely. Great decision making right there to just stick to it, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work out. So
thank you guys for joining us for the Capcom Pro Tour. We have Razer is the official fight stick of the Capcom Pro Tour. Vertigear, the official gaming chair of the Capcom Pro Tour. Vitrix Pro AF, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour, and Arcade 1-Up, the official arcade cabinet of the Capcom Pro Tour. We're going to take a quick break before we get into the rest of this tournament. Please don't go away. Also, help me out and tweet out this show. We got a good top 8 for you coming up.
It's been a great top 8. Please tweet it out.
All right, we'll be right back.
Battle Lounge. It's go time. And now it's time.
Let's go! There are no limits! I'd do it if I were you. Power skill!
It's all coming up ready.
Pleased to meet you.
Let's go! Insect!
Allow me to show you the truth.
Please.
You better not for me!
Hit! Don't move!
Don't underestimate me. Pleased to meet you.
Let's begin.
Okay, come on.
Welcome back, guys, to the Capcom Pro Tour online tournament. This is the second North American West Coast edition. If you guys are just tuning in, we just ran through the first 4 games of this top 8, but we still got some more action. My name is Sammy Fish.
And I'm Pandora House's Crack Fiend.
And we are continuing on here in losers quarterfinals. We are taking the guys that lost, unfortunately, on the winner's side, and are going to play the 2 winners that we had from a second ago. First one is going to be Chris T versus Nephew.
Now this is going to be exciting again. Today has been a lot of really fast-paced matches,
Yeah.
and I expect to see the same from these 2 players.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to get a Ken versus Colleen. What do you expect to see out of a guy like Nephew, who has really been able to make it difficult for players to put on some offense on him?
I expect him to do the same thing that we saw in the previous set. Stay on that offense, mix him up, play so fast that the other person doesn't have an opportunity to think about what you're doing. And I think it's, as long as he's able to keep that up and keep Chris T off his guard, he can take this.
So this is going to be maybe a little bit different pace from his game with Toy. Toy taking this very, very methodically, very slow pace and looking for his moments. And I think Nephew might be on the opposite end. Maybe that'll play in Chris T's hands, or maybe that will come to bite him.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out, right? Because I mean, earlier when we saw him going against Myers, right, just that fluidity of the movement, I think it was super fluid, right? It wasn't just the way that he was walking and dashing and all that, but being able to get into like the right position at the right time. Key moments like that makes your opponent think. But you're also playing fast. So how fast do you get to think about it? Not very much.
Yeah, and that points a lot of the times those guys start playing on instincts, almost just naturally, right? So if you can start playing off their instinct, you know, bait a DP here or there, then you really get a lot of momentum out of there. But we're going to get into this one.
I mean, this is Chris T at the end of the day. This guy is playing with CYG Beast.
I mean, he's on one of the best teams in the world. He is winning tournaments now. I mean, it's all looking up for this guy. So, Nephew starts off strong with the parry. Throw him onto the floor.
Let's just go.
I'm
do this.
all for it.
That is awesome.
And it almost starts this like third strike meta game, right? Of like, am I going to parry your jump in, or are you going to be able to just empty jump and make my parry whiff? But none of this whiffing, all this damage in the corner, and the mix-up.
Let's just go. And he was trying to bait that DP.
Oh, man, checks him out of the overhead. He just gives him some room. Let him hang himself.
Oh,
there you
anti-air.
go. Yeah, just the timing of the Tatsu, throwing him off a little bit. Good damage here, but the poke, Nephew cleans up the round.
When you talk about playing fast, yeah, he started that round pretty quick.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
But Chris T, though, he was on the verge of a comeback. So far from over. And if Nephews just slows down a little bit more, this could become Chris T's favor.
He's throwing those boots out.
If it slows down.
Yeah, he's looking for something. Gets a cross up.
Oh, okay, that's cute. That's cute.
I feel like Nephew's just dancing on him at this point. Spent all the meter on that situation, though. Yo, there you go. Check him afterwards. I like that.
It's activate. Yep.
Pressure continues. Crush counter. Nephew takes the first game.
He's just not going to slow up. He's just not going to slow down for Chris. He's not going to slow down for anybody. If anybody wants to, I'm thinking right now, if nobody's going to slow him down today, Nephew's looking really good.
He's looking really good so far, and I've been super impressed with his consistency. Being able to constantly get openings, and I think that's really the most impressive part of his play.
It's an extremely tricky thing about being an offensive player is how do you stick in the pocket and yet maintain pressure and be advantage at the same time?
Oh, crush counter. This is good for Chris, though. Almost there on the stun. Oh, check the throw bait. Stun reset. Gets out of the corner. This is Nephew's time. He can make that comeback, but the back throw throwing him towards there once again.
Great cross cut right there from Chris.
Ooh, crush counter.
He just stays in front. What a fake.
Oh, the back throw almost gets a stun. He spends the critical art. I mean, all things considered, that's a round for Chris T, but Nephew's earned so much just by almost making that comeback.
That was insanely close. Now, Nephew had jumped, but he really wanted to keep that pressure. Chris T made the right decision. It was chip situation, no view reversal, just all in his favor in that situation.
I mean, we'll see if that comes back to bite him, right? Oh, boy, that bites him indeed.
Hey, Nephew, just no fear. This kid is just going to go at it.
I love his use of his parries. It's been so cool.
His read and his reaction to just, hey, you know what? I know you're going to do it, so I'm going to do my counter. I mean, it's just fantastic.
All right, spends a bar on that V reversal there. That means Ken's not going to get it until way later in the match.
But Chris, now he's starting to weave in and out of certain spaces. So Nephew not having nearly as much success as he did earlier, and Chris T takes that first game.
Yeah, I mean, that was so important for him to clean up that round there towards the end and spent the critical art for it. It could have come back to haunt him, but solid play from Chris in that second round. He's going to tie up the game count.
And you see that's a critical point right now. Once Chris T gets Nephew into the corner, Nephew isn't able to dance. So Chris is now dancing in and out of those ranges and pushing that corner control to seal the rounds. If he can continue to do that, oh boy.
There you go. No tech. I like that, but gets hit by the hail. Stuns very high, too. Ooh, almost got it, and the overhead's going to do it. Unfortunately, that's going to scale quite a bit because of the overhead, but still good damage.
So much pressure in the corner. Chris responds perfectly with an uppercut.
Yeah, and a pop for the V-trigger is going to take him coast to coast.
There's going to be that plus situation. He's going to continue it.
Well, I'll take that trade if I'm Nephew. Just anything to try to close that round out. This is a scary situation, but that's going to be it. Nephew is going to clean up that round. I mean, that was really important for him to do so.
Chris trying to bank a little bit too much on that light kick Tatsu. Yes, it is 3 frames, but there was nothing to react to at that time, so Nephew takes that round. Another crush counter.
Maybe a little bit too far, but good jump back jab. Basically spends a bar on Nephew's side for nothing.
A lot of heavy neutral now. Nephew not playing as quickly as he was earlier. Oh my goodness, missed reversal. That was a punish opportunity.
Nice. He's been consistent on those cross-up DPs. Very good for him. And I like the decision to throw towards the corner.
Now we're getting a back-and-forth battle. These guys are battling for the corner, and they want to keep that corner. Oh, he missed the grab.
There you go. No tech to just not deal with the hail.
I mean, that's the way that you want to deal with it. Just don't tech.
Yeah. Does take some awareness, though. That's a full stick of butter from Chris's side. He's looking for that low forward. Confirm? Yes. There you go. Uses the V-trigger to make it a little bit easier. He's going to have to spend all the meter, but he does take the round.
So this is more like a pendulum swift, or pendulum swing, where you're starting to see both players going back and forth a little bit more. Both are clearly opting to get more corner control. They're not going for as many crosses as we've seen earlier with some of the other matches, especially in the corner. Oh, but big crush counter right there from Nephew. Going to push towards the corner already.
There we go. Good pressure here. This corner has been so important. Wow, just avoids the Tatsu. And he tries to switch it up. Good sweep, though.
Very interesting movement from both players to escape their situations. Both players right now trying to figure out where to get in. They look a little bit lost right now.
Man, the jump backs, though.
Yeah, great jump backs. Not even going to give Nephew an opportunity to get in there.
There we go, but we pop that V-trigger too. That's going to give him some better buttons to work with. Just in time to recover to the hail. What's the mix-up here?
Stay in front, get the corner. Oh, who just chases him down?
And he crossed up?
What was that? What was
Nephew had to know that was going to happen. That sequence felt like he knew he was completely in control.
Like just to get that chase with a light kick and then end up on the other side, like I would.
It felt like it was so in control because as soon as he saw the hail, he jumped. He knew that the response was going to be the jump. Jumps in with the stand light kick and then crosses up because he lands first. Nephew planned that out, and that's why he's up 2-1 on Chris.
Jeez. The movement and the... There's not a lot of players I've seen play Colleen with that kind of movement.
Yeah, it's been super impressive, super fun to watch on top of which, but Chris T's got an answer. He's got something to say about it.
Yeah, and he's going to punch him in the face for it, too.
Yeah, everything working out. Man, Nephew's trying to slug it out there, but finds him air-to-air, another cross-under.
Positional switch. This could be so dangerous. We've seen this earlier. We might see it again.
Ooh, man, second hail hit a little bit too late, so wasn't able to confirm off. It dodges the V-reversal.
That was so sick.
That probably means no V-trigger for, yeah, definitely means no V-trigger for this Ken.
At this point, he just wants to get as much control as he can back.
Critical art, though. Yes, it is. Confirmed. Is that going to be enough damage, though? It's going to be pretty darn close. Oh, very close.
Not close enough.
He's going to have to close it out. Oh, just a little bit too far for the throw.
That was so dangerous, but he does seal out that round. He needed it so badly, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, oh, man, that was a scary situation. If he spent all that bar and didn't get the payout out of it, that would have been rough.
That could affect him in the next round. Oh, my God. This guy has no fear. He hasn't missed a single counter yet.
It's been so sick. I love Colleen's counters, but, oh, man, that was a good way to try to get out of the corner. Throw him back into the corner, and the check from Nephew gets him some room.
Get that plus situation right there. Just look at that movement.
Man, Nephew is willing to just get in there in an instant. I love his spacing. Once he gets into Chris T's face like this.
Dude, this kid has a lot of talent. I really like Nephew.
On top of which, you see, like, he plays, when he plays footsies, he plays in such a stationary point, but he picks the right button every single time. And that's super impressive.
That's something that you would see a lot more from experienced players, or at least experienced players in the context of tournaments.
Yeah. But this guy, I mean, he's mainly playing online and looking so good.
I'm super digging it. Although he does eat that jumping from Chris T. He's going to get pushed into the corner. Oh, challenges the overhead.
Very nice. Full stick of butter, though, from Chris T's side again. Got to be worried about that.
Yeah. 2 or 3 mix-ups could do it.
Ooh, the counter pokes. Oh,
what a jump
yes. Why not spend it on the big damage there? It's going to give him a good chance to clean this up.
All right, just going to throw a fireball. He just goes right in.
Just dash at him. He's still got a bit of V-trigger, too. Anti-air. Got to worry about those parries. Oh, no. Confirm. Going to get the mix-up after this. He's going to spend all the bar. He's got him knocked down in the corner. What a throw break from Chris T. He gets a jump in on the X fireball. Nephew
serious
takes
right now.
it 3-1 over Chris T.
In what right mind in that situation would you jump?
Yeah, I mean, that was just the the best read, right? He had a bar. He thought, you know, EX Fireball's pretty safe, comes out very fast, and it has a very big hitbox, but Nephew, right state of mind to jump in at the moment.
The
and
perfect time.
They're going to go to loser semis. 3-1 to him over Chris G. Is just taking out people through his loser set.
He could have easily just blocked that and then pick another spot. And it was safe because he can't get chipped out unless it's critical art.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
He didn't. He picked the right moment to jump in. That was, I mean, also you use the EX Fireball to recover faster, right? I mean, all things considered, there was a good chance there that was just going to be a blocked Fireball. But Nephew, great read.
The timing on that, the timing on the jump to get over that Fireball and just seal that just, his timing on everything in that set blew my mind already.
Yeah, good stuff from him. I mean, we're going to see him continue on through the tournament.
Jeez, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I am too. But also continuing on through the tournament, we're going to have the next game coming up. It's going to be JB no. It's going to be Commander Jesse versus Brent is Cool.
Yes.
No.
So, wait, is it?
Sorry? It was JB. That's right. It was JB. That's right. My bad. It was JB. JB.
All right. So
JB, so this one is going to be a classic match that we have at Wednesday Night Fights pretty consistently. Commander
Jesse.
Jesse.
Seen it very recently.
Yeah.
With the no, that was sorry, that was Brian. I was thinking about Brian, not Commander Jesse. But yeah, we've seen these two go at it. Who do you think? It's gonna be a tough question. It's your hometown,
right? Who
do you think's gonna win?
This one's pretty rough, but I would have to give it to the matchup, right? Rashid gets on Dulcim quite a bit. So we were talking before, Commander Jesse does have a soccer that he likes to go to. But we also saw that at Red Bull Conquest Los Angeles, a Dulcim took out JB's Rashid. Danka Diaz taking him out and taking that spot there for Red Bull LA. And so there is definitely some precedent to say that that matchup isn't, you know, completely unwinnable, right? We've seen that the best of Dulcims in SoCal have the ability to play against one of the best Rashids in the U.S.
Do you think the style difference between, let's say, Danka Diaz when he beat JB at the Red Bull Conquest tournament, do you think the style differences will be in the favor of JB because naturally Jesse's a little bit more aggressive?
Yeah. So I think maybe that might come out to haunt him because in one of those times, that's going to be a mystery. That's going to be a good decision on the side of JB. And then JB is going to take all that momentum, and it's going to be hard for Commander Jesse to get him off. But we're going to start here, JB versus Commander Jesse.
Just walks up. No fear. And you can't have fear when you play against Dowson. Once you're in, you stay in.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's your reward for getting in on those big buttons and having the ability to stay in. But Jesse's starting off strong here.
Ooh. Jesse is challenging with the standing shorts against those gaps. And it's going to be interesting because does that make JB hesitate to do his tornado cancels when he does not have EX?
Yeah, we'll see. But this is a good start for Commander Jesse, really making JB think twice. But this is a 3 out of 5 set. That means JB is going to have a lot of time to adjust.
He kind of picked him apart in that first round, too. They're just really picking his spots. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. And the whiff punish. Picking the right buttons to whiff punish and also just check the hitboxes on the way in.
Yeah, really good stuff from JB, but still not really getting in. But he may not need that at this point if he continues to just punish him from full screen.
Right. There you go. And finally finds his way in. He's made actually Commander Jesse press less buttons with all those whiff punishes.
Yeah. Oh, he just gets out of the corner there, eats so little damage. That's so worth it.
Man, all these checks, man. For JB, these have been impressive. But unfortunately for a player like Commander Jesse, who's so aggressive, those little things aren't going to matter much to him.
Oh, okay, he's going to go for that plus situation.
Ooh, on the rise.
That was so dangerous.
Extremely dangerous.
That could have ended it.
Oh, gets the throw afterwards. Not quite there. Nice break. Commander does have a full stick of butter there. One confirm, chip set up, and you can get it, but he gets the back throw.
What just happened?
Jesse takes the first game. Yeah, I actually don't know what to say. I feel like maybe he expected a throw and just got a throw himself.
Yeah, because he dashed in jab, and then he just, there was some hesitation, and Jesse just reacted with a throw and caught him. But there was a lot for him to look out for, too, because that V-trigger was ready, that critical art was ready.
Yeah.
He had all the meter in the world, and all it took was one slide to win.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is he was probably going to go for a chip setup, so JB trying to control the distance. But Commander Jesse takes the first one.
And back to that full screen. Let's see if JB still has the same success with that damage that he was able to get from full screen and convert to Commander Jesse just pressing less buttons.
Yeah, unfortunately for this matchup, right, is if you go like to their versions of Street Fighter 4, usually the sweep meant you had the ability to dash all the way in, but that's not the case in this game. You're able to tech out of it if it's not a crush counter.
Yeah, not to mention back tech, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, just getting a sweep is almost just damage. You get a little bit closer, but not too much. Nice confirm, though, out of the air.
Very nice. Just to teleport forward to not have to deal with that mix-up. Unfortunately, he just slides into his demise. That cross-up is going to give JB the round.
Yeah, this is good stuff. He took it a little bit more methodically. Looking for his moments there. But Jesse, where the adjustments are going to be made.
And he's still trying to punish and like really challenge from those ranges. And you're seeing that's helping him to get those jump in, just really get the flow going.
Yeah, JB, that was a good jump in there. He's gotten all this pressure from it. Jesse looking for the opening. Gets floated out of the air. Still the pressure. The crouch medium punches constantly checking him.
That is impressive because he's giving him different rhythms. And even though he knows that's not a real frame trap, he's going to keep doing it just to throw Commander Jesse visually off his cues.
Nice. EX spinning mixer gets him off, and it's going to put him towards the corner again. He's got a bar to work with, and he fakes the EX, gets him to swing into it. Almost done there. Overhead. First time we've seen it from him, and that's going to take the game, ties it up.
One of the biggest peeves of players is like when they play against Rashid, they always try to find that one particular pattern into where they would throw their EX tornadoes or roundhouse tornadoes and then catch it, right?
Yeah.
In this case, he's doing things like short tornado, short jab tornado, medium punch tornado, fierce tornado, whatever he wants tornado. And it's throwing Jesse off of his reads. He's looking for too many opportunities, and that helps seal the deal for that game too.
Yeah, and for a lot of the times you're looking for, you know, that big stuff button. Unfortunately for Dulcim, if you're not in the range of that that low down forward move, then he really doesn't have that quick of a stuff to really to do that with, or crouch fierce. I mean, either.
Oh, big messed up a little bit from JB earlier, but that one he didn't mess up, and he's gonna get the corner carry. Oh, big damage
into feature 2. Goes for the reset, stays on the same side, gets the stun. JB's looking good here.
So nasty.
Oh, this is going to hurt. Goes for full damage there. Spends all of his V-Trigger 2 and cleans it up. JB taking another round.
I mean, that shimmy at the very end of rounds, especially when they're at pixel health, is so effective because at that point, that's one of the only reasons why he will tech so much at the end of rounds is because the throw can kill them.
Yeah, exactly. Nice conversion, counter as well, and constantly, man, he is getting Jesse's number almost every time now.
He does not want to slow down either.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Oh, conversion too, all that damage coast to coast once again, and good block on the over at this time.
I'll take you to the corner. Oh, you got out. Take you to the other corner. It's just the story of Rashid and JB.
Man. I do like Rashid players' willingness to just pop V-Trigger 2 in neutral, able to get that pressure started. Ooh, tried to get the cross under.
That was a very nice block from Jesse. Oh, but unfortunately, big crush counter from JB.
Yeah, good chop there, too. And on top of which, you know, Rashid has the ability to go for the Eagle Spike afterwards, right? So having that ability to get in or convert off of the long-range crush counter like that, super cool. Makes it rough. Makes it rough for this Dulcim, who is now found himself down 1-2 versus JB.
Yeah, and one of the tricky things, especially because like when you're distanced like that and you eat or you block the standing medium punch, I mean, you know he's plus, but at that point, like, why would he press the button? But technically speaking, he's got plus frames, so he can press a fierce. Oh wait, is this?
So we've switched back. It looks like maybe the Sakura that we're talking about before might come out. I mean, to say that even though Jesse took the first game, it looked pretty handed for 2 games straight for JB.
Yeah, and maybe it's just a break, right? Like our
it could be
tournaments. I kind of want to see the Sakura. I think Sakura has certain things that can deal with Rashid quite well, especially against the rolls. So when you do the V-skill roll into the kicks, it's like minus a lot, 6 I believe. So your standing short goes far enough to be able to punish that. So that's already one thing that you can take away.
Okay.
Another thing you can take away is the fact that she has an EXDP, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Against a character like Rashid. Those two things alone can help change the momentum. There are a couple other things that we can go into, but we're not going to do that deep dive. He's going to stick to Dalsum, not going to go to Sakura.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it from time to time again, right? Sometimes just being more comfortable in your own shoes makes you a better player. I mean, even if the matchup doesn't work out, you know, just having the ability to play your main, you're more comfortable, you'll make decisions faster. Don't have to give it that second thought. It's in your blood.
And JB's going to those standing round a little bit more in this particular round.
Yeah, and I like the distance he's doing it from, right? He's trying to check something like a medium kick or something like that. Just trying to hop over it and get that crush counter. A lot of reward out of it, but both guys playing patiently now.
Wow.
JB!
This guy's got the whiff skills.
Oh, man, you stand around for like 10 seconds like that and you get a whiff punish? Oh, that's bad feels.
Jeez.
I'm not feeling good if I'm this Dalsum player.
Nice. And he's trying to get out of the situation, and JB is still kind of punking him.
Oh, man. There you go. Confirm gets some Oki afterwards.
Yeah, no challenge right now on any of those tornado cancels, and that's just causing a lot of issues in general.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the spacing from JB has been phenomenal. The decision-making as well helping him out to clean that round. He's going to be on set point.
He is using Dalsum's range against him.
Yeah, it almost asks Jesse to get in.
Yeah.
like, this isn't working out, dude.
When you're getting outplayed at your own range, that's dangerous. All right, so he's starting to. All right, Jesse's starting to pick him apart. Let's see if this continues.
Oh, that was not a bad idea to switch up the momentum, but Jesse ready for it.
Yeah, Jesse really trying to pick his spots now. Earlier, he was a little bit too button happy. JB having his way with him at his own range. But now JB's trying to push the pressure because he's down.
Yeah, good answer to that throw there. Goes for the Gale, gets him some momentum to take this round. Is trying to extend this set a little bit longer. JB's still sitting on set point.
See, you see, there's extensions. So he'll have a button and then he'll delay just a little bit, and then he'll continue. So at this point, he's playing kind of a feint game and feint based off position. And now he's reading JB's rhythm. So this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think JB's also recognized that. So
yeah,
now time to start going in again.
We could go on and on about the reads all day, but that's a whole different category.
Yeah, but those jumping EX Gales have been so good for him getting out of those throw setups.
What a teleport right there.
There you go. Using that V-trigger too gives you fantastic momentum. Nice confirm as well.
This could be bad. JB pressuring him in the corner.
Ooh, spaced out that slide. Oh, boy! The crush counter from downtown. JB is going to take that 3-1 over Commander Jesse.
I think we can confidently say that, at least towards the latter rounds, JB was pretty much outplaying Jesse at his own game.
I mean, to see something like that, that was pretty good. Online, nonetheless.
Online, especially.
Online, nonetheless, right? That means he's not only thinking, he's not completely reacting. He is actually giving it some thought and going like, all right, well, this is probably the button he's going to press right now. As soon as you see the animation, boom, chop, confirm, 3-1, moves on. But we're also going to move on to a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to continue on top 4 action. But quick shout outs to all of our sponsors here. We've got Arcade 1UP. You see that cab on your screen right there.
Have you guys even played on a cab? If you guys haven't played on a cab.
A lot of these guys haven't, but now you can. Go to arcade1up.com. You can get a cab for not only Street Fighter Championship, not only for Super Street Fighter 2, but also Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. We also got to thank Razer for supporting the Capcom Pro Tour. If you guys haven't picked up a Panthera before, you probably have at least seen it around the tournaments. It is one of the most popular sticks that we have in the fighting game community. Go check them out at Razer.com. You can see what the Panthera is all about.
Yeah, great sticks and great design.
Yeah, what also has fantastic design is this Victrix Pro AF esports headset. It is a fantastic headset, has a lot of equipment built for the player in mind, and also for long sets as well. So if you guys want to get one yourself, go to VictrixPro.com.
Ventilation for your ears, do it.
And we also have to thank Vertigear for sponsoring the Capcom Pro Tour. If you want to see or get one of those chairs that you see at all the Capcom Pro Tour events, you can get one for 10% off using that code CPT18.
And now these shirts, I mean, look at that design. Just look at that.
It's a fantastic design. We have them for EVO. If you're going to EVO, get yourself a shirt because you guys can be the first 1,000 shirts sold. And once they are sold, all that money is going to go to the Street Fighter AE EVO prize pool bonus up to $10,000. And then every one of the Street Fighter V entrants gets a free shirt. They remade art from the SNES Street Fighter 2. Also, if you did not pick up the DLC from CPT 2016 and you have a costume that you like, now's the time to get it. It's 50% off. The Capcom CPT 2017 is also coming soon, so make sure to look out for that. If you also want to support the Capcom Pro Tour and all the events that Capcom is putting on for you, you can get some of the costumes that you see on here, the CPT stage, all available now. But if you want to get the all-in-one package, you can get the Premier Pass for $19.99. All the proceeds from this DLC will go toward the Capcom Cup and the CPT events. And also, if you guys see one of the costumes that you don't have on your screen, you want it right now, now's the time to get it. I know I don't have that Kaime costume yet, so I'm definitely going to pick it up for up to 70% off. It is a limited time offer on PS4 and Steam. So make sure to pick those up.
Just look at those costumes. So awesome.
Yeah, and if you don't have the game for Arcade Edition yet, now's the time to get it. You can get some costumes, get the game as well. They're all discounted right now for 40% off. Yeah. You can get the Deluxe Edition that also includes all the Season 3 characters.
Smurf accounts, yes. Troll accounts, yes.
Yeah, and if you have a friend who maybe has a PS Plus account and hasn't gotten to Street Fighter yet, now's the time to do it. It is only $9.99 for those PS Plus members. So tell a friend, hey, the game's pretty cheap right now. Why don't you join them on one of the best fighting games on the market? We appreciate you guys for tuning in to this Capcom Pro Tour. I mean, it's been a pretty good one so far. We are now left with some top 4 action.
So we'll be back in just a bit, guys. Stick around.
And now it's time.
Let's go! There are no limits! I'd do it if I were you. Power still!
It's all coming up ready!
Pleased to meet you.
Let's go! Insect!
Allow me to show you the truth.
You better not for me.
Hit! Don't move!
Don't underestimate me. Pleased to meet you.
Let's begin.
Okay, come on.
Welcome back, guys, to the Capcom Pro Tour Online Tournament. This is the second North American West version. We are bringing it to you live from Esports Arena in Oakland. My name is Sammy Fish.
And my name is Pandora House's Crackfiend.
And we are continuing on. We have top 4 set for you right now. It is going to be a pretty good one. I mean, we've had some quite exciting sets so far, and I don't think we're going to stop anytime soon.
I hope they don't stop.
Yeah.
These guys have just, quite frankly, made our job so easy today.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's been a pretty good one, and I mean, I really enjoyed the sets. I think these guys who got to this point in the tournament really earned it, so that means that these next ones, we're going to start with the winner's final set of Toy versus Brent is Cool. It's going to be a pretty good one, and it's going to also be interesting to watch him play against Brent is Cool while Toy played against Chris T
yes.
to get to this spot, so a different Ken. We'll see how that changes up the matchup a little bit.
Yeah, both Brent and Chris play somewhat similar styles. Not quite the same, but somewhat similar styles. Plus, Toy got to play against Ken already.
Yeah.
In a sense, he's kind of warmed up, but Brent has an opportunity to kind of watch that match. I hope he watched that match.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of really key, pivotal pieces of information that helped Chris T to create that momentum. He can just grab that and run with it. That could help him.
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting to sort of watch what Brent does differently, maybe have the ability to make some adjustments onto Chris's game, or maybe just Toy has figured this matchup out. We will see.
So starting early. Oh, just 2 in a row, straight off the bat.
There you go, and you see him jumping on him early on. Toy not coming for the anti-airs, maybe just needs to make that adjustment as we go along, but Toy is looking good so far. Picking up where he left off, but Brent is making sure that the aggression is staying high.
It was an interesting little fireball there from Toy, but Brent gonna push him into the corner. What's he gonna do? Ooh, fakes the high, goes for the throw. Great defense though.
Ooh, throw on the V reversal. When you spin a V reversal like that and you're a 3-bar character, that's gonna be real rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to build that back up.
Yeah, you see that his life is almost up, doesn't even get to use that V-trigger. Brent is Cool, takes the first round there.
By the time he had it, he was already dead.
Yeah, and I want to say, Fiend, like, the interesting change from Brent is that he's gone out from the get-go with the aggression.
But Toy's going to return that aggression with a crush counter right off the bat.
Oh, boy, and we've seen this punish once before. Oh, almost got that stun that he wants. Spends a V-reversal just to reset that stun.
And that was a really good one because that meaty fireball, oh, that was going to start some trouble.
Yeah, but a healthy life lead nonetheless. Dunkum goes for the meaty.
Nice low conversion right there. Okay, tries to get a little bit cute there.
Yeah, maybe one too many corpse hops. That's going to be that round for Toy.
I think Brent is having a little bit more success early on. I mean, he started very fast, but it's still very early in the set.
That's true. I mean, normally when we think of Bison, we think of him as an aggressive style character. Toy's maybe just playing a little bit slower, but he can turn up the aggression if he needs to. Brent is doing the same right here.
Yeah, that was one of the few jump-ins that I expected from Toy. Earlier, he was just neutral jumping and challenging anti-airs or the air game with air-to-airs.
Oh, what nice spacing on the scissors.
Brent.
Very close to stun. Oh, the check with the stand light kick. I mean, resets the stun, but more importantly, gives him a safe way to get into feature 1. And he's going to be able to make this comeback. There it is. Wow. Ooh, what a bait on the take throw. Almost got the stun if he only had the meter. And he gets the cross up afterwards. Toy with that V-Trigger 1 comeback takes the first game.
He took his time, right? Like what a lot of players tend to do when they start getting into a sequence is practically they go into a 50-50. It's either a frame trap or it's throw game. But he waits it out. He checks the timing and he causes hesitation. And because of the hesitation, right in that mental lapse, that's when he dashes in. Really great stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. I mean, he's really his recognition of what the pace is and the ability to play around it has been so good. I mean, good stuff to Brent. He has definitely turned up the aggression from his other counterpart, but it hasn't been enough just yet.
At this point, what do you think he should up it? Oh, never mind. Forget
never
upping
mind.
it some
Don't
more.
up it. Don't up it right now.
The Toy just going to toy with him in the corner.
Yeah, don't up it just yet. But that V-Trigger 1 on both sides, great comeback mechanics. Not even going to go for that slide. Just, you know, whatever. See you later. Bye.
He wants to control. There's no point in risking it, and he might get a DP, especially if you mistime your slide.
It's true. Spins that V-Trigger. V-reversal, sorry. Throw in the corner.
Oh, big
no.
crush counter.
He's got the critical art. He's going to spend
it.
And that's definitely worth it here to take this round. Good comeback from Brent. I mean, both showing how much potential is in that V-Trigger 1.
Yeah, these two guys, I mean, you're seeing it right now. Toy is not necessarily playing explosive, but he's just kind of picking you apart. Brent, though, has a much more explosive style.
Oh, man, didn't confirm off that stand fierce. Maybe could have gotten a stun, but maybe didn't have charge. Who knows? But lets him reset it. Brent now having Toy in the corner gives him some room.
Well, really great dash. You get underneath. Going to put Brent in the corner instead. Back to those neutral jumps, though. He's going to try and control that air and not give the space that Brent needs to start his pressure. There it is. Big hit, big corner. Huge corner game.
Ooh, yeah, what a neutral jump, too. Really like the way that Toy's moving now, because we saw that Brent likes to start his pressure from a jump in. It's really hard for him to even get that.
Yeah, oh my goodness. I don't think he realized he was going to get that.
Yeah, crouch fierce, crush counter is not something you see all that often.
No, not at all.
Oh, full jump in. Man, I love that. Max damage punish there.
Jeez. And he's got the corner again. He's going to play at that range. Oh my god, that was a whip punish. That
Good
was
recognition on the spacing there.
Oh my goodness. The patience. And he's still playing from that exact same distance, right? Roughly about a quarter screen distance away from the character. That way, if he tries to jump, he can challenge to jump. If he doesn't jump and he's just sticking to the ground, spaced out scissor kicks that are completely safe, nothing that he can do.
Yeah, I would think that probably the only two big things that would contest that range is either like sweep or Tatsu, and both extremely risky, right?
Absolutely.
So, good recognition from Toy. The spacing has been pretty good, but also he turns it up when he needs to, and that's why he has those moments where he can just run Brent over.
Absolutely. If Brent's going to need some success, he's either going to move out or inside of the sweet spot that Toy is playing with right now. That would allow him to get a little bit more options and get Toy a little bit more uncomfortable.
There you go. The dash in keeps the pressure with the scissors. And the challenge to EXDP. If I'm Toy, I'll take that. Just not having any meter on Ken's side means he has less to be afraid of.
Absolutely. Less damage potential, less a lot of things.
Yeah.
And right now with Toy, though, he's going to get everything he wants.
Yeah, including being on set point here. Trying to put himself in grand finals. Trying to take that line share of points.
But just look at him again. It's just that range.
Yeah, it's been incredibly impressive. You see him also going for that neutral jump there. Not once has that neutral jump been blown up, so he's going to continue to go for it.
Absolutely. Oh, just knee to the face, knee into your chest.
Yeah, throws him in the corner. This is where you can get started, but we just jump out. I mean, he understands where the scariness is, right? So that's why he immediately goes for that jump out. Crush counter on his side, get the stun. Yes.
All right, going to activate right now just to maximize all that damage.
Yeah, and on top of which puts him in V-Trigger, right? So has the ability to make a better clean here, but V-Trigger 1 now, popped for him. Oh, catches the backdash, but doesn't confirm.
Nice block.
And then EX Fireball in his face. Good stuff. Brent's not phased just yet, and he's going to need to play that way if he's going to continue this set on.
Yeah, it all started with that down forward fierce by Toy and Brent jumping in on it. That might be a lesson for Toy, to not necessarily just play with those heavy buttons a little bit too much. And he's still opting for the same strategy right now, still going for those neutral jumps, trying to control that space. Ooh, missed opportunity.
There you go. Spends a V reversal. Interesting. Very common situation for a Bison player, so.
Again with that whiff punish. He waits for the light, and then he punishes with his own light.
There you go. Runs into the fireball, and that's going to be it. Toy's going to take it 3-0 over Brent. Is cool. And is going to secure himself a grand final spot.
That just seems to be a sweet spot, man. The quarter screen distance.
Yeah, he played it very well. And crazy to think that Bison has one of the weakest walk speeds in the game, right? So that means that the little adjustments that he's making within that walk speed, he's spacing himself in such a degree that, like, he doesn't need to walk too much. The dashes and the jumps and all of that, that's the part where it's really impressive.
He hasn't, against Chris, he did a lot of backdashes to get out of situations. In the match against Brent, I don't think there was a single backdash.
Not too much.
Or at least not too much, at least.
Yeah.
In fact, if anything, because he was controlling that quarter spacing so much, he was able to dash in a lot more and then start pressure. And then it was able to push him into the corner.
Which is really interesting that having the ability, we thought that maybe Chris was playing a little bit too passively. Maybe Brent was playing a little bit too aggressively because he was just really getting stuffed out every single time.
That his ability to control that exact spacing, and like controlling the sweet spot, easier said than done.
Oh yeah.
Any heavy button that you press at the wrong time, that is an opportunity for jump-ins to make its way.
Yeah, and I also want to point out something that every time he went for that EXDP punish, he went for a non-crush counter punish. Normally, crush counter builds you V-trigger meter, and for Bison, that means maybe a potential comeback, right, if you're going down. So really, he's sort of betting on himself with that big jumping combo because he's going, I don't need that extra V-trigger meter. I just need the damage. I know I can take this without that. And that's something that really shows the confidence in the sort of player that he is.
Yeah, the kind of poise and the innate ability to just kind of see through your game plan, right? To make a decision like that means you have to have committed to your game plan. That means you thought it through, you did your own math, and you say, based off my style, this is the most optimized way that I can play against these characters or these player styles. And it's worked. To his wonder, it has worked amazingly well.
It's looked pretty good so far. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing him in Grand Finals. That's where he's sitting. He is going to guarantee himself at least 70 points in this Capcom Pro Tour.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, that is a good amount of points to say the least. And he's going to be trying to obviously go for that 150, but going to sit for a while as we get this loser semis going. It's going to be JB versus Nephew. Never mind.
For this. Wait. Oh. How many times have we heard that?
Yeah. It's all right. The fantastic lobby systems of the CFN will get us back in an instant.
The old back of the queue trick.
Yeah.
That'll work out. But, yeah, man, that was Yeah, I was watching Toy when he played against LPN over at EVO,
Yeah.
and he kind of outplayed him in a similar way. He double jeopardied them last EVO.
Oh, wow.
Or is it last EVO? It's either last EVO or 2 EVOs ago. I
Either
can't
way,
remember
that's
right now.
still an impressive feat. I mean,
Yeah.
LPN, one of the very strong players. So,
Mhm.
I mean, and also Bison player, at least at some point was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he knows how that character works.
Yeah, he knows the matchup. And he knows the character. But Toy, just like, again, like when I was watching him, and I see it again today, but I think it's a little bit more refined today. You know, especially as time goes, your experience grows. That means you're optimizing your timing, your decision making. He's playing so clean, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're saying I'm looking forward to watching him play again because he's honestly showing a side of Bison that you don't get to see all that often, right?
I don't really get to see Sweet Spot play as much, at least in Street Fighter V lately. To see that somebody is not going for Oki setups and not going for frame traps and just really opting for a lot more Sweet Spot play, which is a lot neutral heavy. It's a beautiful thing.
With
in my
Bison.
opinion. Yeah,
I
with
mean, not
Bison of all
like I would
characters.
say that sort of style is good for characters with very good walk speeds, like Chun, Cammy, Karen, like all great movement characters.
Yeah,
But
talk about great movement though. These two guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Let's get into a volatile one here. Losers semis, Nephew versus Sonic Box's JB. Nephew has really proved himself to be quite a force so far.
If he can beat JB, I mean, that's going to be another accomplishment, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Nephew is already beating some great players. And he wants to add another one to the list.
There you go. But JB is checking the pressure early on quite well. Oh, wow!
Not going to get away with the jab into to Tornado. He was getting away with it a lot earlier.
He just waited for it. That was fantastic reactions.
Yo, he's being tricky with them.
No! Unfortunately, did not confirm into the EX spinning mixer. Nephew is going to take that gift with a smile. That's the first round.
Was an unfortunate drop. Oh my God! Really? How did he know? How did this man know?
He's got a second sense when it comes to those counters, man. It looks so good.
I don't think he's only failed once so far, and it was against Myers, and he didn't get punished for it either.
No, he did not.
He's in the corner. JB trying to work his game. He gets out of the corner.
Crush counter, nothing afterwards, but V-Trigger 2 now. Oh, crush counter once again. He's going to spend a bit of that V-Trigger to get in. Get a lot more damage here. Almost up there on the stun. I don't know if it's going to matter because he cleans up the round. Nephew takes the first game.
I mean, it's just a little crush.
It's just a little crush.
But Nephew, man, I mean, he's landed how many crush counters just in that round alone?
And what's cool,
just the count.
And what's cool about it too is that he uses V-Trigger 2 a lot more for the big buttons. He doesn't immediately spend all of it on the dashing, right?
Yeah.
So that means the big buttons gives him a better opportunity to counter poke and also get those crush counters, right? And it makes it so that the game that he starts, momentum heavy base game, really is accented by that V-Trigger 2.
It's the threat of having versus the threat of what you can do.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. He's starting off strong again. That stun very high. And he gets it after the frame trap. There it is, the stun. Is he going to be able to clean it up?
I mean, this is clean.
Dude,
it's so clean.
Nephew is so much fun to watch.
Dude, it's so sick. His decision-making, his fluidity is what really just makes me captivated. Again, he just catches him.
Yeah, he's going to build some of that V-Trigger too earlier. Be able to go into it sooner than later, which is great. Nice anti-air as well.
Big punish right here.
What a punish too. Good recognition on his spacing.
Jeez.
Spend the V-Trigger, has to keep it safe. Plus frames there on the EX. Catch him out of the air and good conversion.
Yeah, JB's got to push this up a little bit. Although that V-Trigger.
There you go. Let's go into it.
Oh, great V-skill.
Yeah, that was fantastic reaction there.
Getting in there real quick to stop that. Oh!
Meets him out of the air, gets the throw. Pressure with the EX Fireball, uses the overhead. He knows he has his chance now.
Wow.
Ooh. There you go.
The patience out of JB to just block that out, not overreacting to anything. He could have eaten 3 throws and then lose, and he was willing to eat those throws. This is the control that he needs. He's got the corner. Yep. Traditional Rashid mix-ups here. Ooh, standing medium punch.
Oh, gets a throw of his own. There you go. I like the meaty afterwards. Gives him the chance to reset the stun a little bit longer. That way he can slug it out here a little bit better.
No, not too much for JB to worry about. Not in the range of throws, so he can just block that all day. Dangerous situation for JB. One more mix-up.
Yeah, also got that critical art on deck. Something to worry about there.
And he's so close right now. No V-trigger, no V-reversal. This could end it real soon if he wants to chip, and he does.
Yeah, there you go. Good chip setup there. Definitely was thinking about that the entire time. JB is going to tie up the game 1-1.
Nephew definitely was trying to figure out a way to get out of it. He also knew it was coming. Unfortunately, the angles that JB was attacking at and the timing at which he was attacking, a little bit too much for Nephew to be able to make that comeback or stage the getaway.
Yeah, and also good recognition from JB, or from Nephew, to recognize that he can't jump, right?
Yeah.
As soon as he jumps, that's a critical art. So, I mean, that was good recognition. Also good recognition on that spacing. Just duff him on the mouth on the way down.
These frame traps so dangerous right now. My goodness. Both players playing extremely well right now. Lots of trades, lots of battling, lots of everything.
Yeah, I mean, he is slugging it out, but he is keeping the corner pressure here.
Okay, recognize, okay, not a real safe jump. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
And that's going to be a good read for JB. He sees that same setup again. He's definitely going to go for that DX spinning mixer. So Nephew spends the bar to get out of the situation. Slight lead, roughly the same on resources.
There you go. The exhale there just to avoid the setup.
Oh, what a jump in though.
Yeah. It's a mix up here. Double jab, no confirm. Oof. V-trigger 2, something to worry about.
Always something to worry about. Nephew also respecting, respecting anything. He's just going to go right for it. Finish off that round.
Yeah, and having so little health on JB's side means he can go for something like that. He doesn't have to worry about keeping the V-trigger 2 for so long for the better buttons.
Yep. All right, big throw right there.
Ooh, baits it out, but not a big punish.
I wonder if he could have landed a punish. Regardless of that, though, Nephew gonna get the Oki here.
Ooh, nice break. The reversal gone out, gets a crush counter, and I love that mash from JB. Either he gets the confirm or he's going to hit you out of it.
You got to do it.
Yeah?
Got to do it.
And honestly, until I see that next level read of I drop the combo and block, then, you know, show me something else. Another EX spinning mixer in the corner here for Nephew.
And it's so tempting to always go for that committed mix-up, but right now JB's going to get the mix-up on him. There's the round. JB seals the second round.
That was a great spacing and great use of V-trigger. Able to use that fireball, spaced out perfectly, confirm the combo, takes that round.
I wonder if Nephew is going to hesitate as he's going for these mix-ups because JB has punished them several times now.
Yeah, JB's looked pretty good. Ever since that first game now, he's been on the up and up, really taking this momentum in his favor, but Nephew has the ability to steal it around in a second. That's done very high. Gets the throw.
One more. Oh, challenge.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and the V-trigger gives him a little bit more room, but that stun's still really high. He gets hit by the hail, and that's going to be the game for Nephew. No,
Are you serious?
He dropped the jump in. Oh, no.
Not like this.
This could be a heartbreaker for Nephew, but he gets the anti-art, confirming the V-trigger too. He backs up and gets the whiff punish. Oh, what was going to be a catastrophe for Nephew.
That would have been probably the most devastating round to lose if it had occurred.
If it had occurred, but unfortunately it did not for JB. Good stuff to Nephew just to keep his cool and look for that last hit. Thankfully, that's all he needed. And that's going to be 2-1 for Nephew.
And I was just laughing at first because I'm like, all right, he missed the ice. Then he missed the roundhouse.
Yeah.
And then he blocked everything.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Unfortunate, but it worked out in the end.
JB already in the corner. No bar to EX reversal, so he cannot challenge, although he does get that one by the tip.
Yeah, and the fantastic anti-air that is puts him back in the corner. There you go. Good damage.
Oh! Yeah, and he just does not miss. This man doesn't miss.
Feature 2 keeps
So
the pressure
scary.
up. So hard to challenge these big buttons.
Just the way that she glides. Oh, my goodness.
There you go. Armbar to finish it off.
That point.
Dude, for nephew.
Nephew. He took out who? He took out Chris? He took out
Alex. I mean, taking names to say the least.
Oh man, JB
Pressure
is
up.
fighting back right now. Punishes
Good.
that.
That's the first time we've seen the V reversal from him too. That's impressive. To be ready for that, for something you haven't seen in so long.
JB now mounting the pressure. There's the stun. He's gonna fight back and he's gonna take this round.
Yeah, and perfect for him, trying to keep his round alive or his game alive. But I think we have seen this point in sets so often.
Oh yeah, especially today, right?
Especially today, we've ended so many games in 3-1, and at this very moment right here, can JB break today's curse and take this to a third game?
Another one.
Oh my God, these parries.
This guy is so insane.
Yeah, these parries are so cool. And speed confirm. Gets his damage. That stun very high. Doesn't get baited on the crush counter. Ooh!
Is that a stun?
That's
no, not quite there. There's the stun, and there's gonna be the game unless he drops it again.
No, not quite.
Okay.
Not quite.
I was like, not like this to me, man, please. That's not 2 in a row.
Yeah, we continue on with the 3-1s. Nephew gets one of his own, and he is going to put himself into losers finals 3-1 over Sonic Fox's JB.
3 games, 3 players, 3 big players. These ain't your run-of-the-mill players. These ain't your average players.
These are great players, every single one of them. And Nephew's, man, he's shown himself to be a premier Colleen player. I know we said it when we first introduced him into the broadcast, but I mean, I've been impressed even from being already impressed with his play beforehand.
Yeah, and just the fluidity of movement. I think it's control of movement takes a lot of time and effort.
Yes.
That kind of movement that you're seeing from him in the big scheme of things really comes to show the amount of not just hours but the thoughtfulness that's put into the character.
Yeah, and really the way that he uses all of his options, it's never in the same way. He always has an idea of how to use his options in a different manner, so it makes it really difficult to sort of get an idea on what his game plan is. And it looked pretty good for him. So he's going to continue on into losers final, going to guarantee himself at least a top 3 spot, but he can get a little bit more if he gets through Brent's school.
And that's going to be a really, really rough one. I mean, again, Brent, we saw him just play. He's a major aggressor, but then again, he did play Chris T, right?
Yeah, he did play Chris T.
And we kind of saw Chris T play against Toy, and then Toy. We're about to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. Anywho.
We appreciate Razer, who is sponsor of the Capcom Pro Tour, the official fight stick of the Capcom Pro Tour. Vertigear, the official gaming chair of the Capcom Pro Tour. Vitrix, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour. And Arcade, one of the official arcade cabinet of the Capcom Pro Tour. Real quick, we're going to take a quick break before top 2 or top 3, I guess. We've just got losers finals and grand finals left.
Yep.
So make sure to tweet it out. Let them know that the finale's coming up in just a second. We'll be right back.
And now it's time.
Let's go! No limit! I'd do it if I were you. Power down!
It's all coming up ready!
Pleased to meet you.
Let's go! Insect!
Allow me to show you the truth.
Please.
You better not for me.
Don't move!
Don't underestimate me. Pleased to meet you.
Let's begin.
Okay, come on.
Welcome back, guys, to the Capcom Pro Tour. This is the second edition for North America on the West Coast. We are going to close out this top 3 here. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm sorry. You missed quite an exciting top 8.
It was so good.
But the grand finale going to come up in just a second. First off, we got to get through this losers final match. My name is Sammy Fish.
And I'm Pandora House's Crack Fiend.
Yeah, we're going to get into this one. We were actually just talking off the broadcast a second ago how much we've been a big fan of Nephew's play, and
Yes.
he's going to continue on through the tournament here in Losers Finals versus Brett is Cool.
And it's not just a matter of, you know, he's beating these players. It's the fashion at what he's doing it at, and the composure, the poise, great movement, great decision making. I mean, just you look at all the angles, and it's like this dude knows what he's doing.
Definitely knows what he's doing. Also, who knows what he's doing is Toy, who is sitting himself in grand final spot. He's going to probably be watching this, see who he's going to fight against in the end. But we're going to have to get through this one first. Colleen versus Ken. Everything that we expected. Let's see how this one plays out.
And very similarly to Toy earlier, Toy had beaten Chris T, and then Brent is Cool. Nephew may have the same opportunity here.
There you go. Different from Chris T, Brent plays a little bit more aggressively and likes to get into the face of his opponent. So against a very active player like Nephew, that could spell a different matchup, but we will see. He goes fully into the big, try to get him to swing into the EXDP, but didn't work out. Big punish from Nephew.
Yeah, interesting to say the least in terms of decision making and committing. But Nephew's gonna get that early V-trigger activation and just seals it.
Yeah, and it's funny considering he could have just gone for, if he had the meter, he could go for EX Fireball, keep himself safe there, but
maybe an execution error.
Maybe an execution error, maybe tried to go for a big bait towards the end. Otherwise, I don't know. Nephew takes the first round, the pressure up from Brent.
He does get those plus frames there. He's going to get a lot of damage, but Nephew pushing out.
No tech to deal with the hail. I like that.
Nice way punish.
Nephew's use of big buttons has been so impressive throughout this top 8.
And he's not just throwing him out there, too. He's looking at the positioning. He's also waiting for the situation. Oh, okay, Nephew is not going to do anything about that. I don't know if that's actually plus or not, because that's not EXDP.
Yeah. Oof. Nice, confirmed. Takes him all the way to the corner. Try to go for the fake. Nephew checks. Uses some of that movement to get out of the corner. Gets a back throw for his troubles, though.
And a bigger overhead is going to seal the round with that.
There you go. Good stuff for Brent. 1-1 on the round count here. Good comeback after that locked DP, pretty much sealing that first round for Nephew.
Pushing him to the corner right now. He's going to set that pressure. No butter, but doesn't need any butter because he's got the combos and he got the crush counters.
Yeah, spent that V reversal, and good idea just to reset that stun a little bit. Something to worry about.
Jeez, that corner control. And he's going to force that V reversal meter. That time he finally actually misses a counter.
Yeah, I mean, finally baited out. So you start a little bit of a mind game with that, but we go into V-Trigger 2. Those big buttons, now just that much more deadly. Confirmed too.
His ability to just land those, man, oh my god, the optimized damage. His ability to land those crush counters in that situation, it's pretty phenomenal.
It's so consistent, which is the scary thing about it, right? Normally, like a game plan around just counter hitting constantly is inconsistent, and a lot of times counter hit based characters are not great tournament characters for that reason. Yeah. But for Nephew, it's working out right now.
I wonder what his average crush counter count per round is, because it's over 1.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a pretty darn good stat to have. But Nephew takes the first game here.
She's that whip punish again with that stand fierce. Another crush counter.
That's done really high. Something to worry about. He just gets the forward throw for the stun.
All right, he's not going to mess this up this time.
Don't think so. That's going to be that round for Nephew. Easy to clean up when you have a throw starter. Gets you a pretty decent combo.
Yeah, but again, that standing fierce, his position and his timing. There's something about it that's just landing everything, except for this one. No punish!
Oh, man. Tried to get overzealous there with the stand fierce.
Although he gets that overhead, so big punish there, big combo.
Oh, checks the throw. Very nice. Go, V-Trigger 2. And
what
he baits out the
block.
EXDP. Let's get the full punish here. Doesn't have any money to spend on that, though, so he continues on with the pressure. Good stuff. Brett stuffed that out, confirms the EX Tatsu.
Oh, those run stops are kind of messing with him a little bit. Oh my god! Another counter!
Here's your corner. Uses that V reversal. Ooh, nice. Little bit of a delay on the low forward. Cleans up that round for him. This is a pivotal moment for Brent. He can't go down 2-0. We've seen how many times that spelled demise for the set.
It usually ends up in a 3-1 for some reason today.
Yeah, but nonetheless, this is such a pivot point in the set right now. Oh, here's the floor.
Let's go.
Oh, very close to Sun.
Did they get it? Yes. That's not going to kill, though, so he might go for another mix-up here. Oh, he tried to bait something out.
Yeah, not a bad idea, honestly. He wasn't going to kill off it, but Brett doesn't bite. Goes into V-Trigger 1, tried to get the momentum, but it didn't work out. Nephew is going to go up 2-0.
Yeah, then we've seen this so many times today. Nephew going up 2-0, and as soon as somebody's able to get that momentum in that next game, he just turns it all around.
Yeah, and you got to think a lot of the times, you know, this is a CPT top 8, right? So if they're not doing this in top 8, it's a 2 out of 3 set, which means more times than not, Nephew has won this 2-0. People have not been able to make the adjustment in the time.
That is such a good point.
So, I mean, the good thing is that every time we have seen this situation, the adjustment has come too late. Nephew has been able to make a counter adjustment, and we get into that 3-1 position. Is Brent even going to get there, getting mauled in the corner?
Yeah, just that pressure and just getting punked by buttons.
Yeah, had to spend some meter and the V-Trigger just to get back to neutral.
Jeez.
Oh, that's a good hitbox, if I have to say so myself. Uses that anti-air well. Nephew now on set point.
Just boot to the face, boot to your toe, slap to the face. Just wants whatever he wants, anytime he wants.
There you go. Spend it for the
that delay. Oh my gosh.
That's what I like to see. Nephew. Put him on the floor.
Not just set play. He's actually timing everything right now. Oh, another crush counter. How many more does he have?
There you go. Let's go for the full combo here. Yes. I realize Brent's not going to be mashing in those strings. Oh,
my
anti-air
god, are you
hail.
serious right now?
I mean, just comes out at the right moment. It's a great way to control that space at that moment. Nephew is going to take it 3-0 over Brent's School. Good stuff to Nephew. Good stuff to Brent as well. Got pretty far in this tournament. Guaranteed himself top 3, so that means he's going to go home with 40 points, which is a healthy amount of points in this Capcom Pro Tour.
So I got a question for you. How many crush counters does he need to get to the center of Capcom Pro Tour?
To get to the center of Capcom Pro Tour, he has been averaging about 2 per round. After you said something about it, I'm like, all right, how many counters is he actually getting? He got about 2 per round ever since I was starting to look at it, and that's pretty darn good.
That's impressive.
Getting 2 per round not only means that you're counter poking your opponent effectively, but it also means you are going to get that V trigger a little bit earlier. That V trigger 2.
1 bar of V trigger every 2.
Yes. So V trigger 2 for Nephew means he's going to have an extra V reversal, or maybe he's just get into V trigger 2 a little bit earlier.
Exactly. The pace at where he's landing it. I'm actually kind of out of words, because it's really phenomenal to kind of see that consistency against these many good players consecutively.
Yeah, consecutively. I mean, throughout this top 8, he has looked exactly the same. Great, and all the way into Grand Finals, but that is where we are right now. We are at Grand Finals. This is sort of the one, when we came back out of break, we were like, this is the one we wanted to see.
Yes.
These two guys have definitely looked the best out of this top 8 so far, and they find themselves in Grand Finals for that reason. Toy versus Nephew is going to finish off the day. Toy on winner's side. So Nephew is going to need 6 in order to take this Capcom Pro Tour online event.
I question if Toy is going to be able to get the control that he had earlier, right? Because earlier he was playing in a sweet spot, but he's also playing against Shotos, who kind of don't have, or at least Ken, who doesn't have nearly the same kind of versatility that Colleen has, especially after she activates V-Trigger. So can he maintain that position, or will he opt for a more offensive strategy or a more defensive strategy? And we're about to see that right now.
Yeah, so considering that we have seen people play against Toy and really struggle to sort of get in on him, this has been a guy who has not only constantly gotten in on his opponents, but has really changed up the spacing and the speed quite often. So will Toy be able to deal with that, or is just Nephew going to run into the brick wall that is Toy?
Toy's starting off really strong right now. He's working that game. He's got that position.
Oh no, he's still got the combo.
I like that he met him with the air-to-air of his own. Unfortunately, it worked out much better for Toy.
There you go.
Look at that. He barely avoided that.
Yeah, and that does mean that V-Trigger is a little bit less scary on Toy's side. He's not going to get it until way late in the round, actually.
Now, he's not going to have as much of a movement here, and Toy not biting nearly as much with the buttons either.
Ooh.
Although, as we say that, the other crush counter comes out.
Gets the throw. He's got a bar to work with, so Scary meets him in the air. Spends that V-Reversal. That's no V-Trigger for Bison. Parabellum. Oh, he could have spent the meter for it.
Ooh, but he doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it, indeed. Nephew takes the first round here in this grand final set.
I thought he wasn't going to land a crush counter that round, and he ends up doing it anyways.
Yeah. There was that big drop combo from Toy. Nephew responds with the crush counter immediately. That definitely changed the tide in that round alone. Both players looking good, though.
Yeah, that was hardly a wash. It was very competitive on both ends. Oh, now big crush counter from Toy.
There you go. Good damage out, too. I like the cash out. Stun to worry about. Dash up.
Whoa.
Low forward. Okay. Jumps away from the hail and gets the anti-iron. No tech. Like the overhead, too. He's been sprinkling those in here and there.
And he gets
oh, boy.
Stun
Remember
again.
what they all say. Whiff throw is +2 on block. Gets the hit afterwards. Nice tech. It backs up afterwards. I love it. Wow,
oh, he clips him!
Down.
But this is where it gets dangerous. This is Bison's game right now.
Ooh, doesn't even deal with trying to anti-air that.
He's down on the backdash.
Be sure. Oh, boy, Nephew pokes and confirms exactly at the right moment is going to take the first game in this grand final set.
Colleen wins.
This is just insane. The play, the patience, and that particular point, it was in Toy's favor. He had to block it out. He had to wait, and he did successfully.
And I like he even found a moment to pop into V-trigger too, which raw is unsafe.
Yeah.
So if he pressed the button beforehand, that might have he might have been punished. But he found the right moment to do it, and then he got those better buttons, giving him the ability to contest Bison a little bit better.
Another big whiff punish right there against the whiffed Fierce.
Backs up now, has the corner pressure.
Ooh. There's one thing that's very clear right now that Toy can't leverage the same hot spot or sweet spot that he had against the Kens earlier. Playing a little bit outside of the range that he was in.
Yeah, and you see, actually, Toy has now gone to the slide more times than we've seen the rest of this top 8.
Yeah.
It's because he has to control that space one way or another. Risky proposition, but he has to do something about it. Nephew doing something about this corner pressure, putting some hell up. Dude.
He's so patient.
Yeah, he has to be, right? Colleen can explode you in a second. Nice slide, too. Gets away from the hail, gets into V-trigger.
Oh, the challenge on the +1, I like. But Toy, gonna keep going for that? No.
Man, he is challenging him every single time, too. EX scissors from the stomp, crosses him up.
No meter, though. Ooh. Ooh.
Out of the air, reset. V-triggers up from
Too
both sides.
close.
Yeah, in good recognition from Toy. The spacing too close to use that hail. It's going to be the first round for him so far.
Toy is starting to gain some ground here, both on the defensive and the offensive aspect of this game.
Yeah, I think he's finding his rhythm versus Nephew is understanding the pace that he wants to play at. Nice.
He was so close to stun. But Nephew just gonna jump into his face.
Full jump in here. Has that full V-trigger too. No tech to deal with the hail.
Great V reversal. Absolutely needed that. He was on the verge of getting stunned, and that could have been the round. Or actually, yeah, that was the round.
Yeah, spends all that V-trigger too, but has gotten a lot out of it so far. Toy looking to respond here. Oh no, it goes the wrong way. One more time.
So close to stun.
Spends that V-reversal. That means no more V-trigger for him. Whoa! Almost got that whiff punish completed. I don't know if he had Parabellum would have been far enough to confirm, but the dash up light kick's gonna do it.
So close. This is such a highly contested fight between these two. Gonna try and start to get that pressure using those fireballs. Plus situation. I think some of it is, it seems like he's a little bit weary of those counters. Because he's in the plus situation, but he doesn't commit.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen it from Nephew just yet in the set. Guarantee Toy has been watching Nephew in this Capcom Pro Tour so far, so maybe just wary of it. Nice.
Good combo right here. Close to stun.
The setup.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh, just empty to the other side. Gets the throw. Counter poke. He's going to get the stun here. Setup. Nice. Finish it off, Nephew. Takes this game as well. It's going to go up 2-0. Still on the winner's side of Grand Finals, which means Toy has a little bit more time to adjust, even if this gets reset next game.
Absolutely, but Nephew, man, that movement, the whiff punishing, every player that has played against him has looked so uncomfortable trying to find the right rhythm and space.
Yeah, it's been quite impressive, actually, to see that everybody has not been able to cage Nephew, right? I mean, he's just basically using the momentum options as freely as he wants. It's also, look at this spacing from him. He is throwing buttons out right outside of people's ranges, so as soon as they press anything, that's a crush counter.
Yeah. His anti-air game is on point as well. His whiff punish game like that is on point as well.
There you go. Parabellum once again.
Look at that delay. Willing to wait it out.
Parabellum backs up afterwards. You're thinking about that slide? No, right?
Yep.
But he used a V reversal, so that means he doesn't have that V trigger just yet. That is the risk of using a V reversal as a 3-bar character. You get into these situations, makes your comeback a little bit harder.
It's going to be a little bit weary, though. You don't want to press too many mediums. You don't want to block too many mediums of fierceness.
Nephew.
I didn't want to finish my comment.
Ooh,
It's just
Nephew.
that whiff punish, man. That whiff punish. Come on. That was nasty.
That was the perfect button to do it, right? Just a stand light kick into Parabellum, finish it off nice and easy.
So simple. And so effective.
Oh, he tried to air grab him. Not a bad idea.
But Toy now he's close to stun. And the
Confirmed.
challenge.
No tech.
You notice that he's not going for the pure mix-ups to spend that bar because Toy is not doing any quick wake-ups.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to at this point. Nephew is doing well, though. Getting the hits afterwards. Oh, wow, just betted on the scissors. It worked out for him. Pop V-trigger. Both have a bar to work with.
Whoa, big
boy.
crush counter.
Yeah, and Toy is going for just the raw stomp on that one because, I mean, Nephew can't throw out the counter. As soon as he throws out the counter, that's when the Devil's Reverse comes in. What a counter poke. That was crazy. Confirm into the EX Parabellum. Takes him to the corner.
Oh, he missed that opportunity right there.
Oh, try to go for the counter.
Interesting. I wonder if that was intentional.
Yeah, it might have been a setup for a whiff Parabellum.
Nice punish by Toy. To start that momentum. He absolutely needs it.
Ooh, low counter! There we go, son! And the cross under on the EX stop. Nephew resets the bracket in a dominant fashion.
I don't know about you guys watching right now at home, but Nephew makes me smile and giggle like a little girl.
It's just so sick to see someone make such hard reads and get payout on it consistently. And he's going to get the payout by resetting the bracket here. We are now both in losers. Toy now needs 3 still, but Nephew only needs 3 more.
The only thing I could think about as she was doing that low counter, because she was rolling around, all I thought about was Raffle. Rolling on the floor. Like, it looked like she was rolling on the floor laughing as it happened.
I just love all the animations for her counters. I mean, honestly, that's the coolest part for me as a player.
Yeah.
I really like her because she plays that counter poke style and that really sort of like anti-personnel, like, hey, you press the button, it's time for you to pay for it. And Nephew consistently finds that, whether it's with the counters or the crush counters. I mean, one way or another, he really makes a way to make you feel like you never have a button to press.
The biggest, always the most important question when you're playing against an opponent, especially, is to make them question, am I making the right decision? As soon as you make them question that, that momentum, that psychological momentum shift.
Round 1.
Amazing.
Fight.
Well, remember, we reset this bracket here. Both players in losers. Nephew versus Toy. Nephew has been on a tear so far. There you go. Let me see the parries. They're not going to stop anytime soon.
This guy is a psychic.
Definitely. He's looking good so far.
They're both going for that same position. Toy, quarter screen distance. Oh, he tries to go for the slide punish. Didn't quite get it.
There you go. And that's a bad sign for Toy. I mean, he hasn't really been able to find any other way to get in other than those slides, and now they're getting blocked.
And Nephew's just pushing the aggression. Nephew doesn't have to walk back. Only to avoid the slide will he do so.
Yeah, now he has the life lead. He understands that he can just play that counter poke style. When you have a life lead like that, you have the ability to do that a little bit more. Uses
that standing roundhouse.
Yeah, I mean, just using buttons that have different startup are now catching people off guard.
Things that normally aren't going to be used as part of her frame trap toolset are now being used.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. But Nephew's looked really good so far. The whiff punish once again. EX Parabellum going to try to finish it off here. Yes, sir.
He does. Round 1 of game 1 on the reset of bracket.
Round 2.
Nephew picking up where he left off. Toy, man, needs to find that answer. I don't know if this is a bad matchup, but Nephew is certainly making it look like it's that one at least.
I'd say the player is, I mean, he's not going to straight set play. He's mistiming you. He's delaying things. He's forcing you to whiff stuff. He's forcing everybody to do things they normally don't like to do. This is an accomplishment as a player.
Yeah, I mean, once it is something to be said that when you play someone who makes you feel like you're making stupid decisions for an answer, that really makes you feel like I don't know what I'm doing right now. And that is such a great asset to have as a player.
Absolutely. All right, he's going to start that, continue that pressure. No, Toy responds. No meter though.
Yeah, but he is in that V-Trigger 1, gets the low confirm.
Just do it.
Just do it, why not? Nephew is going to take the first game in the reset. I do want to bring up something to you, Fiend. The hail use from him, even though he hasn't seen a lot of benefit from it, he's seen a lot of no-techs, but also just the space control.
Yeah. His space control, though, it's just like, how do I say it, right? He has presented how many options. Like, if you try to do a count of how many options he presented at each individual space, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Now think about it as an opponent, and whatever they're doing a lot of thinking. They playing? They playing? They playing?
I think Toy was trying to mess with Nephew by not doing anything because he started the second round of that previous game similarly.
Yeah.
But I think at some point he realized that Nephew wasn't going to play the game, so he's like, all right, let's go. Let's go.
Long story short, though, is that as a defender, if you're thinking about too many
Ooh, gripped him out of that.
I'm done.
Nephew.
I'm done. I'm not going to explain anything. This is why nobody knows what to do. Because he's presenting you with these different options. How do you get an answer when every time you think of one, you get punished for it?
Oh, man. And it feels like you don't have any answers for this guy. He had to spend something and gets the counter poke once again. Doesn't spend the meter on it, though.
If there was a time to start feeling yourself, that was the time to start feeling yourself.
Don't worry. I'll feel myself for you, Nephew. Just continue to play this set like you are. He takes that round. I mean, you thought, like, yeah, all right, spend the EX Devil's Reverse. That way you're able to avoid the fireball or the hail on the way in, and he finds the answer immediately.
I thought we've seen it all today from Nephew. Clearly, we have not.
Yeah, I mean, the ability, he is winning games, and to constantly still make adjustments while you're winning, that is such a, that is a high-level feat.
That is extremely difficult in any competitive video game,
Any
period.
competitive anything.
Yeah. And this guy's making it look like butter. But Toy's not out yet.
Toy is not out yet. This is Bison. It was on the winner's side. That means he only needs 3 sets.
And as we say that,
3
another
rounds.
crush counter. Jeez. Spacing the timing.
Yeah, and you've seen also now the anti-air is not working out. He didn't get a punish on that either, man. It's just once you feel like you're down and out, everything you can see it goes out the window. No more anti-airs, no more big punishes.
No more EX Devil's Reverse, and no nothing.
Because even he feels like the EX Devil Reverse, the thing that got him out of situations, the thing that Bison's used all the time, even to just get out of the corner, that's now out of the picture. He doesn't feel like he can use it anymore. And that's the reason why Nephew's gone up now 5 games
to
straight.
none.
If you also want to consider losers finals, he's 8 games straight right now. He is just on a tear.
How many things does a defender need to look for to finally get something going? Toy with the he's got the stun bar up.
Yeah.
He can still attack. He finally gets the stun.
There you go, Toy. Let's start the comeback right now. It's definitely not over yet until you see a 3 on the top of your screen. That's a perfect KO. That's going to give you a little bit of momentum there.
Finally something to make Toy feel good, give back some of that confidence, and then
Never
just
mind.
get countered.
Chuck him on the
Just
floor.
Chuck him down.
Hail setup. Just backdashes away from him. Very nice from him. Crush counter. Ooh, he knew. He knew. If it was going to be too far, he can't dash in and get a follow-up.
Ooh. Jeez.
V-skill counter.
And another conversion. I love the conversion off of those
Yeah,
air-to-airs.
Uses the V-skill too, so you're able to gain a little bit more V meter as well. And just little things like that, the optimization from Nephew's play has been so much fun to watch. Nice.
He's dashing in at will, man. That's insane. No one single man should be able to do that. Although Toy fighting back, gonna spend that meter.
Yeah, you gotta go crazy, man. You gotta come up with something. Go into that V-trigger too. Hail, he actually just runs into it. I mean, the game that he's been playing around the hail has made Toy think of so many options that he doesn't know what to do. Nephew now on tournament point here versus Toy.
Toy normally so posed so in this entire tournament. Right now, could be losing this 6-0.
I mean, we were talking about commending Toy for his ability to control the pace. That has not been the situation here for Nephew.
Who brought Nephew to losers?
Yeah, we gotta see that in a second.
That's what I want to know now.
Man.
Whoever you are a god.
But Toy just fighting out, man. He's trying to not go out this easily. No punish. Speed trigger 2.
So dangerous. Set point right now. Ooh!
And I love Nephew continuing, keeping the pace up. He's just trying his best to make sure that Toy doesn't get any room to breathe. Crush counter.
He's still not going to get any room to breathe. Oh, is it the round?
That is the round.
Finally, a game.
Toy not going to go out without a fight, is going to stuff the momentum that Nephew's had. That was 8 games in a row versus opponents, but Toy takes the first one here.
Is it going to be the curse today, though?
Dude.
Is it going to be the curse? 3 1s all day.
It would be a real big feat to do it versus a player who has looked so hot today.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. I'm so excited. Back to the neutral. Both trying to get that timing down.
Nice. With punish with the hail.
Oh, so tense.
Yeah, you see the little adjustments that Nephew's making on the spacing, right?
Yeah. In a sense, though, that slow play could work. Oh, what? Was that a behind the back anti-air jab? That was behind the back.
Hail set up to deal with the no-tech. Reset into the throw. Not quite stunned yet, but scary situation. Gets hit out of the air. Nice confirm into the Parabellum as well. Make sure he gets the stun. Use the EX Parabellum. Get the reset.
Oh, he was trying to be tricky.
Nice block on the overhead, no punish. He had the V-trigger to keep himself safe.
Very nice right there to spend that V reversal.
No dunk afterwards. Didn't expect that to hit. V-trigger 2. Nice.
And again, we're back at set point for Nephew.
Yeah, I mean, Nephew has not looked phased. The momentum, the hot streak might have been way too big, but
if he takes this was not a fluke. And in fact, Nephew, you need to go to the offline tournaments, my friend.
There you go.
Oh, what a neutral jump right there. Escaping the plus situation.
Yeah, and he just gets rid of that bar. That means this guy has nothing to work with here. No EX double reverses to get him out of the situation. There you go.
Jeez. The corner, another crush counter.
Yeah, and he's V reversal out.
Very nice right there. Great conversion by Toy. We're still not done yet.
And he's standing right outside that range.
Trying to stay composed. Nephew, though, going to convert to that low. There's a throw. One more mix-up. Will he get it? There it is. Counter hit. Nephew takes it. 6 games to 1 in grand finals.
Yeah, and he's going to be your Capcom Pro Tour Online West Coast 2 champion. That means he is going to get the lion's share of 150 points in the Capcom Pro Tour. Is going to go towards the leaderboards. That is great stuff to him. That has been a fantastic tournament. It was great to watch such high-level Colleen play go through the tournament, but we appreciate everybody who is not only tuned in, but entered the tournament as well. It was a pretty darn fun top 8 to have.
That was a pleasure to commentate. Seriously, that was
It was really fun.
Pleasure.
Yeah, it was really fun. And this is only the West Coast one. If you're on the East Coast going, hey, when's my turn? Yeah, go on the Smash GG, go on to the Capcom website. You'll be able to get all the details there for when the East Coast tournaments are going to happen. That's going to happen a little bit later in the year, but that is it for the West Coast one. So that's all the online qualifiers that we have for there. We got all the points delivered online, and that's going to be it.
Nephew, I hope you... If I could be wrong that he's never come out to an offline tournament.
I think he's been out to a few tournaments. But
I'd like to see more now.
He's shown himself quite well online. I'm excited.
I'm
obviously
so excited.
Fiendin as well.
I'm fiending.
Yeah, he's fiending for some Nephew. But I think that's going to be it for us here at Capcom Pro Tour Online. We appreciate you guys tuning in for a fantastic top 8. Make sure you guys tune in to some of the other productions that we have here later on for the East Coast tournaments, but also just give Capcom Fighters a follow to know when the next events are happening. But that's going to be it for us. Thank you guys and also all of our sponsors that make this tournament happen. And that's I'll call it quits there.
Yeah, that's a wrap, man. My name is Crackfiend, and
that's my Sammy Fish. We'll see you guys next time.